going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the DPL. Now, if you were expecting to see Melvin and Boxy, I'm sorry. I gotta tell you, Get Corp and DPL, they had a meeting and they decided they're just too good, man. They're just too good. We gotta lock them away. They couldn't let other corporations find them and hire them, so we had to put them back in the basement. Maybe they'll come out again when we feel they're ready. But for now, you're gonna be stuck with me and my boy Benny AU, which you can see on the side of me. What's going on?
Wait, Melvin's in the basement? Damn, man.
Yeah, man. Sorry.
Xena
He's
damn,
chained up,
Boxy and
bro.
Melvin. Oh
Yeah, they
god.
they chained up, bro. They're not
This is
getting
getting
out.
weird now. If
That
you're
being
listening,
said,
Melvin, I'm sorry we put in the basement. Boxy
eh,
too.
that being said, screw both of them. Okay, okay. You need to
Yeah,
understand. So it's like I
yeah,
got like
yeah,
basically no sleep. Right. I get up at like
yeah,
2
yeah.
p.m. I'm like I don't have to do anything today. I can just sleep as long as I want. The damn alarm goes on my phone. I'm like I'm slapping the bed. I'm trying to find. I'm like shut up. I'm trying to sleep a little more. Then I see on my phone a message like, hey, can you come in and cast today? I'm like, okay, why not? I pop open the stream. Melvin and Boxy, they're running this thing like it's some damn $1 million esports production, man. They're killing. I'm like, please, I just woke up. How am I supposed to one up you? I'm just human. Come on, don't do that
You're
to
gonna
me.
blame Boxy and Melvin now? Damn, man. They're blaming us yesterday too. They're like, "You guys set the bar too high." And I'm like, "I don't think I did. I was just talking. I was talking mouth off. I was just having a good time, man. Ain't
Yeah,
anything crazy. Anything crazy in here. We just two dudes just doing our thing."
we just chilling straight up. We vibing. That being said, we are in the quarterfinals, and it is going to be Gnomes going up against Danger Doodles for their spot in the semifinals. I am excited as hell to see that. I have had the pleasure of casting for Danger Doodles before. I know you haven't yet, right? So it's gonna be a first for you. But
Nope.
we did get a taste of Gnomes already yesterday, and I mean they're dangerous, man. They're dangerous to say the least.
Ah, yeah, they showed us. Hey, Mason's showing us some crazy moves. Honestly, gnomes, yeah, they're looking crazy. Mason in general, like and specifically, he's shown us some crazy moves
Oh yeah,
already.
oh
And
yeah.
I'm like, whoa there, man, whoa there,
Yeah,
whoa there.
calm down, calm down. Come on,
Calm
mate.
down, man. But hey, maybe we'll see if he does it again today. Maybe he won't. Maybe he's gonna be stopped by Danger Doodles
That's
specifically.
true. That's true. Yeah, maybe they're gonna look to shut him down. Someone's gotta carry the torch for Mace, man. Don't make him do all the work. 7-7. I think we are waiting for the
What are
teams
we
to
waiting for?
get
Waiting for something actually?
into. I think are they
Waiting
a
for the
match
game to
point?
start. That's what we're waiting for. Gas
Yeah,
is like, hey, the production, start the game.
get to it, man. I'm trying to see
Press
what's
the
going
button
on.
already. Got it. But yeah, this is the quarterfinals, one of the other games, and we're just cast another one. And then tomorrow, actually, what are the semifinals? Not tomorrow. I'm crazy.
I assume like next week, maybe. I might be
I don't
wrong
know
about that. I'm
actually.
not, I'm not sure.
I have
That's a
no
good
clue.
question. I feel like we're the ones who should know this.
We saw the bracket a second ago too. So
Yeah,
we see all the teams who are playing. I just don't know when the next time they're gonna be
yeah.
playing next.
I assume probably next week. I think this is always on the weekends. So, fortunately, they
Mm,
are gonna have to wait a little bit for that.
oh, let's see. Hey, they gotta win a best of three though first. And we don't know how this
That's
best
true.
of three works though. It's still gonna play, a bunch of matches, and one win is a 1 point. But if you tie, it's half a point, and you're trying to get 2 points to win the match.
Exactly. So it's not. It's gonna be a lot more. I'm gonna be a lot more invested this match than yesterday, since we were kind of just, we were more just swapping through games because it wasn't really anything
Yeah,
serious going down yet. Just
best
some
of
qualifiers.
ones.
Yeah, that's the one. But now it's like it's best of three, so you're fighting for your life in this one. So it's gonna. I mean, it's gonna get dangerous. That's all I'm gonna say.
I think the weirdest thing too is the fact that, like, I remember because listening earlier to Melvin and Boxy, and like you can't call it like map one because they're not maps, they're like
Yeah.
sets, which is so weird to me. It's almost like tennis now, like sets. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
give
why
you
I
a
said
set.
that's what I did yesterday when I was like split. I was like, damn, that's not the right word either. It's not a
The end of
split.
the
This is
split,
not League of
yo.
Legends, bro.
It's the end of the set, end of the split, end of the side of the half. I don't know what to call it anymore.
Whatever the
Forget it.
hell
I
it
don't
is.
know.
The map's changing. There you go.
Yo, it's the end of the quarter. I don't know.
Call it what you want. Oh, all right. I do think they just got
Did they just
into.
start? Oh, they did.
I
Oh no, wait, did
believe.
they? Wait, where
Oh,
is it? Oh yeah, no, Mason did there. I can't
yeah.
expect it.
Yeah, spectate button keeps disappearing.
No,
Oh,
it
okay.
was there.
I had
You
to.
know,
I
I
had to
get like
like. You gotta like spam paint. Yeah, you gotta like
yeah,
spam
yeah,
paint.
like spam shit. Then it gets it. Like, I'm like clicking like where? Come on, guys. Let me in. Let
Let
me
me
in.
in. Let me in.
Oh, is it gonna let me? Is it gonna put me as a player again when you join in? That's
Probably.
so
Yeah.
weird.
I think you're
Let's
just gonna
just
have
stare at
to.
each other for a second
Yeah.
before it kicks off. I'm just gonna be
Exactly.
a in person looking at Echo like look at my eyes. All right.
Oh,
Well, here we go. We got C-Store, Factory, and Bank for our first set of maps to start us off. It's gonna be interesting
okay.
to see how they play it out.
Lucky you. I'm still loading. I've got the joining match in progress loading map. So let's see how
It's
that
because
goes
you're,
down.
probably because you have a slow freaking hard drive, man. Got
Damn.
it. But here we go. On the C store we go, and it looks like the attackers on the side of Danger Doodles are looking to start us off by opening up that wall into storefront with their wall charge. It looks like they are also maybe looking to use an extra door charge into bathroom. It's interesting because I don't, yeah, again, all these different marks. I'm not totally sure what's going on, but of course they're gonna have a multifaceted attack that looks like they're also going towards that green door as well. So because of course you can't just do a one-sided attack and it can work
Hmm.
out.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's like we were saying before. It's like you got to multifaceted, man. You cannot just, especially on maps like Seasort that are so like close range and choke point oriented, you cannot be just funneling your entire team through one spot. You're asking to get burnt to a crisp or just absolutely mowed down by someone with like an auto shotgun. So it is going to be interesting to see how they end up doing this.
Huh. It'd be interesting too if like if you were I guess it'd be cool if they had if they opened one of the walls, but I guess if you open up that wall in the storefront, you get a long range lanes into freezer. You can cut off lines of sight, cut off rotations from the defenders, and of course, yeah, the people in office, pushing through, got to make that ruckus, got to make that noise and start causing chaos
Hmm.
in the heads of the defense on the side of gnomes and see if they can take control. I wonder if they're trying to go for the button. Looks like button is maybe a point of contention. You see, is there exclamation mark there? So I wonder what is actually going to work for them. What is defense putting? Where are they putting their stock into? What are they expecting the attack to
Hmm.
do? It looks like they are maybe expecting to hold onto arcade. Nobody's actually playing tellers. Maybe Dylan will in a little bit. I'm assuming once they push bathroom, he'll maybe push off back into tellers after throwing that
Yeah.
Molotov.
Absolutely. I mean, people don't tend to realize like this first round, especially, is just so detrimental to the mental. Ooh, Bill's already trying to fly through that red door. Nothing gonna connect. Like I was saying though, it's like if you get absolutely stomped in that first round, that's just that's a killer for them mental. You're like, damn, these guys are good. They can easily go the other way around, but just like that, okay. Wall tries to go down on storefront. They have a huge line of sight into the storefront now. Ty does see through the window, kicking down the door. Oh, that's a cool looking one. I've never even seen that one before. Just like that, they're slowly starting their assault into the building. Everyone hunkering down at the moment. Mace holding this door with his life. He realizes if he lets them get in, he's done for. The flashbang did go in though, so he was able to close the door.
Oh,
Oh,
what?
a double crust? No, don't kill your teammates. Kill the enemies, please. And now
Oh
the looking movement. Ty is just gonna be absolutely shredded by ref.
no!
I'm gonna get the kill though. Die free will go down as well though, but a Doxy did get that kill. Marble's still chilling outside of storefront with the saber. Still just, patrolling the area, looking for someone
Hey,
to
shutters are open though. That's a
yeah.
large lot of sight for marbles though.
Yeah, I
He's
was
got the
about to
whole
say.
entire shutters open now. He can see so much now. So it's a 3v3. So it's tied for the moment. They have a Molotov in hand to try and stop these defenders from pushing back in the storefront. If they can keep control of storefront and make sure nobody pushes in the freezer, they could try to defuse this bomb. Really
No, that
depends.
yeah, they've got the whole side of gnomes.
No.
Oh, Rampart does go down. I was just about to say they have the whole team of gnomes kind of spread out throughout the map. Really, no one can kind of help each other. But it's looking like maybe Gnomes is using that to their advantage to set up kind of multiple angles to peek from.
Yeah, Marbo's left. He's just gonna take that saber. He's gonna walk away, knowing that this mostly failed. And like I was talking about before, that office side push was kind of the big part of this. That, of course, and getting that shutter open is huge, but you
Mhm.
still haven't dealt with the large amount of defenders. You don't really know where they are either, so you really can't just go for a push. And you saw there, unfortunately, both Dagger and Ty went for the push through office, and both sides didn't go well. You tried to push Fridges, tried to get rid of Reptar, but Reptar gets that kill. And then at that point, Dagger gets pushed on by Mace on the other side by Office, and the Office push gets dealt with entirely. And then the rest of the players are just kind of sitting by the shutters, trying to take pot shots on defenders who are hiding in C store.
Yeah, absolutely. Overall, they were just able to run the clock down very nicely. Now, Marvels was able to save the saber though, so it's not completely lost. You might have lost the round, but at least you get to keep the saber. That's a little something, a little consolation prize.
Yeah, they lost. I guess in anything, they just unfortunately didn't do much with the wall charge. So they don't have the wall charge for later ones. I think Factory's one of them too, which that might be a problem. And they did lose one to Clacker. I think they used a shotgun and the saber were the two really main things there.
Hmm. No, absolutely. There we go. I had to
Not
restart
a
my game.
huge loss.
It would not be a cats without with me if something wasn't working at the start. I'd have to restart my game. There we go. Now I'm back in. All right.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not too well. Now that it's so now they will charge for dock if they want to use it there. But again, there's different avenues here for this site as well, so they can easily go for. Oh, let's say that walkway part is a huge
Yeah.
line of sight though. God, and he X'd out immediately, and I'm like, yeah, no, that is a huge line
Yeah.
of sight. I will not go that way unless you want to. You have the saber in store, but it's such a small choke point to walk in.
Yeah.
Of course, you could go boiler as well. There is a green door into server farm with the amount of upper angles by the defense that could be a difficult one to push through. It depends though. Looks like they maybe are. The question is, do they want to save though? Because do they want to wait for the last site, which was actually I said out loud. I don't remember what the last freaking map was even anymore.
I
Oh,
forgot
it's
what
bank.
it's
It's
called.
bank.
Bang. Oh, okay, bang. Yeah, because it really there's no real good point of entry, I would say. They don't actually have the wall stretch because they used it on the
Yep.
storefront in this first round, so that's gonna be no to the dock. That's not happening. If they want to come through the walkway, or like you said, you're getting gunned down from all these different
Oh, looks like
angles.
they're actually going for it. They're putting smokes
Ooh,
on here actually.
okay,
But there's the
okay.
mop there too, though. You see the mop by the
Uh-huh.
defenders though.
Yeah. Okay.
Yee.
It's about to get interesting. This is gonna be a little
Yeah.
sniper battle, a little
What do they
one-on-one.
got? So they got 1 tar, 3 APs, and a saber. Oh boy.
Mm,
Whoever's going for, so somebody's got to make a different play. So whoever, I'm assuming 3 people are going to go with APs in through server farm. We're going to have the 2 long range weapons go through to walkway, I assume. Maybe I'm wrong. And that's what's going to play unless they're not
mhm.
bringing any kind of destruction though. 'Cause I don't see heart breaching on the board though for the attackers though.
I have a feeling if anything, they'll probably kind of have someone like loop around, then they toss maybe the smoke or the grenade through one of those high
Oh, the
windows. That you
windows.
can, yeah, so you
Yeah.
can just throw it through those.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
way they
that's a
can
good point
kind of secure
actually.
themselves to push. Maybe even I see the grenade indicator there as well. Maybe they're really expecting Reptard to be there. Toss that grenade through that window, just blow them up, and just like that, it's a 4-on-5. But we are gonna see what they are up to here. We do see that 2-man already hugging the wall, looking to move to green door
Oh yeah,
marbles.
this slowed it. It's slow.
Yeah, they're taking it nice and slow here. Don't want to risk anything just yet. Little pre-fire going down. Door just kicked in. Adaxi most likely going to use that grenade to get rid of the barbed wire. Mace is ready, though, with that Molotov. If he hears
Oh
that,
no,
oh, yeah,
no.
he's going to throw it.
Oh no,
Oh,
he
he's going
screwed
to
up.
burn a little bit. He's going to take out Dire Fruit. Gets one, but he's going to be neutralized by
Ah.
Adaxi. A 1-for-1, though. That's not too bad. And a
Not
little bit
too
of burn damage as well. Adaxi is
Yeah.
incredibly low. He's basically a one-tap. And now they're looking to push into the site.
Wait, Scooge!
Oh,
Wait, Scooge!
Scooge is chilling on it. Oh,
He's
no,
waiting.
Scooge.
He's got the trigger discipline. He's
Okay.
waiting for it.
He's waiting
Oh.
for the perfect moment. He's like, yeah, just
Yeah,
let him go.
he's letting him walk up. He's letting him walk away.
And look at that. The rest of his team is just falling
What are
back.
we
They're just reeling him in. They're like, come on, we're giving you all this ground. Push him to the site. See what happens. And just like,
Oh,
he's
he-
making his move. Scooch is going to take out Marbles. Can he get his second kill here, though? He does see. Oh, he's going to go down, though. Boom will take him out. But a very nice planning. Not the best execution, but he was going to go 1-for-1. So, in the end of the day, it is worth it. Adaxi's still incredibly low. Foom is quite lit as well. Oh, Adaxi does
Yeah.
go down. Overkill, man. He had like 5 HP. You could have just sneezed on him. He didn't have to use a mop. Come
Dude,
on.
Reptar's sitting in the back with the freaking mop now in the truck.
Yep.
And Foom, he's got a
Oh,
tar in
Lord.
hand, but there's so many angles.
Yeah, absolutely. They're gonna toss some more flashbangs. Foom trying to pick up a kill. Not quite gonna get it though. Index needs to fall back. It is a 2-on-3. 38 seconds on the clock. Need to get moving. Oh, Foom does get Dylan though. Very nicely done. He's putting that black tar to use. Putting the money where his mouth is. Looking to get a double
tar.
Oh, just gets
Knew it, I knew it.
Yep, just absolutely taken out by Reptart. Reptart, the sniper man himself, and they're gonna take out Ty as well. And just like that, the second round going into the hands of Gnomes.
So that round, yeah, they didn't want to go for any kind of heart breaching, knowing how difficult it didn't seem like. Yeah, the 2 red doors really didn't seem to give a lot. It's just you're walking through the long range of the walkways, or walking the boiler where it's constrained. You're walking onto a walkway that can easily see by 2 different directions. So I could see why they said, okay, we're just not going to go either. We're going to push server farm instead, which they did. Initially, they were able to get server farm. They got the kill on the mace. They pushed back some of the defenders off to his walkway off server farm. But Scooge playing, down below the stairs, he kills 1 person. He makes it easier for the defenders at that point, and wasted a lot of time. They took control of server farm from there. It just made it difficult because you don't have any heart breaching, you don't have a lot of utility you're bringing, so you're just trying to push back the defenders. And when you're getting into walkway, long range fights, you had Ingmars, you had leg roses, you had the mop in hand by the defenders, and the only thing they had was just 1 tar and the saber, but the saber got dropped by marbles, and nobody from the attack had picked it back up to use it in their hands either, just because time was running out, I assume at least. And really,
Yeah.
it came to that point, you're just trying to take long range fights. And again, information is key. And they had no clue where these defenders were at. They're just trying to walk in the walkway, looking left, looking right, dry peeking, just like looking drastically to find where these players are at. They couldn't find them. They lose most of the fights. And that's a great round two rounds for the side of Gnomes. Danger
Yeah.
Doodles. I'm not sure how it's supposed to be like that so far, but maybe they're in danger. Maybe they're not. It's still
Yeah.
early in this game entirely.
Absolutely, anything can happen, and even if you lose that first game, right? The first, I should say, round in general. I don't even know the right words for. I'm casting, talking's my job, and I'm at a loss for words. Oh my god! Even if you lose the first point, right? In general, it's like you can always still come back. It's not a best of one, so it ain't over till it's over. You just got to pick yourself back up, analyze what went wrong, what went well, and then you just kind of work your way towards that. Now I'm
Well,
curious to
let's
see.
see. Yeah, this
Ooh,
bank
okay,
one seemed
Reptar.
interesting. And
Reptar's
so I
got
guess
the
I
mop
wonder.
again.
Yeah, he's got the auto shotty as well too. The auto shotty right around the entrance side. And that's where they have two door charges though. They still have two door charges because they haven't used.
Mhm.
They didn't use one. They only used the wall charge so far. They didn't use one on factory, so they still have a door charge in hand to use on entrance, and they can use it on that back loans door as well. And the problem here is though the auto shot is going to be a big thing here as well. And I wonder if they're going to try and like I forget what they called it when they try to you put that barbed wire down at the last second to let it not get
Oh, yeah.
destroyed by the door charge. I think
Yeah.
it's something that they call it in New Process. But again, I'm new, so I might be wrong about how you
I
call
don't
it, what
even
the
know it. I forget
nomenclature
too.
is. I'm not, a master at it. But yeah, like Scooge has one in hand, so I'm assuming that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna place that barbed wire quickly after they explode the entrance, and play the corner and the Molotov to deny the entrance push from the attackers. The question is, are they gonna go for loans? Looks like there is maybe some point towards loans. They should have two door charges. Let's see, one and I don't think one actually.
They're gonna go ahead and just blast into entrance. Did sneak up so that no one would hear them coming, but just look at that. Mace already has a pretty good angle, pretty good sight line, so it's gonna be able to give his team plenty of information if they do end up pushing in. And right now, Marbles will be the only one there as the rest of his team rotates and are looking to go into loans through the vents. We see Direfree is already in. Daxi and Ty are going to be following suit and actually going for the vent that leads into Hall. But that is looking like a bit of a kill zone right there. You've got Mace, Index, and Reptar all watching that. There it is, the Molotov already going down. They're setting this vent on fire. They're choking up in there. Can't
Oh,
quite
Foom
push
and
in.
Dagger though
Oh,
could be
okay.
the angle you need, but no, they're
Yeah,
watching too. You see
exactly.
that pop shot too. So
They're watching
they
it.
have
Yep.
these vents on lock here, and they have to go for that button sooner or later. The entrance is open.
Mhm.
Marbles is entered through entrance. He's trying to push his way through. Not sure where to push in. Index
Okay.
taking heavy fire though. He gets in. No, he takes
Oh my
two
god,
with
he
that
gets
knack
two!
though. Perfect range for the
My
knack.
God, very nicely done. And now Marbles is looking to get a kill of his own, but he is going to go down to Mace, unfortunately. And just like that, it is a 2-on-3 Foom and Diaphree. The only two left. The Vent boys, they were in loans, and they do get one. Pick off Dylan, and just like that, this might be the start that they need to take this round back. We do see that the entirety of Gnomes, I should say, did fall back to that bottom left position, looking to hold that button with everything they've got. They're throwing everything they've got at them, and just like that, Black Man does get popped. Diaphree chilling, but time is running out. If you want to make a move, you got to make it now, and Diaphree is going to go down. Last man, Boom is standing. He's going to go out in a blaze of glory. Doesn't have to worry about losing guns after this round. He does get one.
wait.
He gets missed. Oh, he gets two. He gets Index. He gets three.
There's no time. There's no time.
There's no time. But
There's no way anyway.
it's just a flex at this point. He's just
It was
flexing
still
for
flex.
kills.
Yeah, Boom
He's just
had
flexing
to
for-
do something.
Let's
He
go, Boom.
made it as best he could.
He whipped out the pistol, bro. Pistol versus auto shotty, but no, he's not gonna get
There's
it.
no way.
You
And
know,
that's a set. That's a set right there for Gnomes.
That's a set right there for Gnomes. Very nicely done. They're masters at running down the clock, falling back. They don't take plays that they don't think they can win, and they reel Danger Doodles in. They're like, come on in closer. We're waiting for you. We got these choke points locked down. We got the barbed wire where we need it, and we're gonna take you out one by one. Sure, they
Yeah,
weren't
I don't
they
know
weren't
maybe if
accounting for Coom, but
I don't know if the UI was screwed up or something like that, but I wondered, did they have two door charges available? Because they only used one wall charge on the first part on C store. They didn't
yeah.
use any on factory, and they only used one on bank. So I'm confused as whether did they not want to bring a second one because they only had one clacker,
Mm.
or what was going on there. Not really sure. I'm not sure what's going on in the background. Maybe they did use a second one during those two rounds in the beginning, and I didn't notice it. I don't know totally sure, but I felt like there was a lack of utility and somewhat on that round too. Because especially because saw them go through the vents, if they opened up alone, it would have been as difficult, and you wouldn't have to take fights. So in that small area, because you just saw at the beginning when that they both got gunned down by indexes because they're
Mhm.
coming out of the vault and out of all the vents, and you jump out of the vent and you're in a corner, and the guy's got a knack. Like,
You're about done.
yeah,
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm also surprised. Maybe it was like a bug in the UI because I swear as well they
yeah.
did have one more left. So I don't know what's up with that. Maybe that was just that big. Well, I was gonna say big brace trap, but it didn't really work out for us. So I can't call it that either. But we are going to go ahead and see the roles have been swamped, and now Danger Doodles are going to be the ones defending, and Gnomes will be the ones attacking. So we are going to see if Gnomes are going to decide to switch it up or if they're going to go with the same kind of storefront breach
It
push
looks different.
as we saw before. It's looking different so far.
Yeah,
Looking
looking
yeah.
different. The freezer is important though. It makes sense because freezer you can shoot down anybody in storefront. You can take down long angles from
Mhm.
freezer and cut off members who are pushing into it. So tellers is also important too in this instance, and so is fridges. But again, if you can take out storage and you can take out freezer, you can cut the map. Maybe not so much in half, but you can cut off a lot of rotations. You can try and take fights on these defenders who are pushing along through storefront, through freezer to the other side of the other side of C store. So maybe that's what they're looking to do here. They can open up that door, and the question is, what other, like we said before, multifaceted, where are they going to go elsewise in this attack? You can't expect all of them to push for storage together and expect it to work out.
Absolutely. I'm gonna say right now, I'm a little bit of lack of bar where I would be telling my team, listen, guys, Mace, he basically glues his pinky to the shift key. Okay, this man, he runs into the site. If you let him in, it's over.
Oh,
Ooh, okay, okay, a Doxy, man, trying to get
Mace.
some crazy wall banks. Ty taking some shots as well. Not quite gonna do a little
Dude,
bit of
Mace got
damage. To
pinched
the man.
out there, yo.
Yeah. Mace taking a bit of damage here. They're making sure that he cannot rush into the site even if he wants to. That's some big brain wall bangs right there as well. Like what?
That was like, dude, that was two, one at the edge of the car. So if he's walking by, and then Ty on the other side, if he passes by that line of fire and he's just pinched between two lines of fire there, it doesn't take a whole lot of damage, but still, that's a scare. That causes you to, hesitate for a second and waste time.
And just like that, the door charge does go down. Dylan index. All
okay,
rushing
great.
in. Boom needs to fall back, and Ivory is
Oh, the
gonna
auto
go down. Auto shot. He's not gonna quite get anything. No, Foom does get two. Marbles gets one just like that. Almost everyone is going down. It's absolute chaos. Rep part. Okay, Shoddy versus Shoddy. Ooh, the auto shotgun though. It's just a beast coming out on top, and just like that,
Huge is
it's a
going
one-on-one.
crazy
It's a
though.
one-on-one
He's
Marble.
cleared out Arcade. He's cleared out Frieza for his team, but he's the last member left.
Oh, it's gonna be Marbles versus Scooch here. AP25 versus AP25. Gonna see who has mastery over it. Now, Marbles does still have that Molotov, so he could theoretically molly off the bomb if
Oh,
he wants to.
it's such a far lane though.
Okay.
That's such a
The
far
process
lane.
started 50%. Marbles needs to make a move right now. He's realizing that Scooch is looking at his ticket. Ooh, is able to stop it. Oh, he gets it. Scooch gets it. Scooch with the 4K, clearing out the entire top side of the map, clearing out the bomb. This man is insane. He's stepping up for your Mace. He's like, I got you, bro.
Oh, dude, that was crazy. You were casting that bottom shotgun fight. And I just see Scooge inside of Freezer after the two-man Freezer push failed for his team, and he's by himself in Freezer as the rest of his team is down below in office trying to make the push into storefront. He's upstairs. He goes, turns left, butt hooks, kills Index, walks in Arcade, gets another, takes out a third, and he's got control of storefront. And like you said, at the end of that shotgun fight, it was Marbles versus Scooge. Scooge was able to sit on the bomb for so long too.
Absolutely. He was just baiting him out. He's like, if you don't come out and face me, I'm just gonna stick this thing. He just got it to 80%. He's like, I mean, if you're not gonna do anything, that's all good. I'm gonna just keep typing away on the keyboard here.
Dude, that's scary too. That's like, because in other games, that there's always certain sounds. It's always crazy to hear like that certain sound when they're defusing the bomb. And you gotta make a move at that point. You freak out and turn like, oh shit, I hear the noise. I hear them defusing. What do I do? Where do I go?
Yeah, absolutely. I do feel like he waited a bit too long. Like he probably should have started moving like as soon as
Yeah,
he
I
saw
get.
the
Well,
process
and the question
started.
is like, where does he go? Does he go to freezer or does he go to storefront though?
That's true. That's true. He really needs
I
to
think
plan.
I think that's the issue he had. He's hesitating because like I saw one member of his team is making a line towards freezer. I think another member is telling him to go storefront. He's like, what? I got to make a move. Where do I go? What's the best choice?
Yeah. Overall, almost got it, but just fell a little short. And now we are back on factory. Gonna be interesting to see how Gnomes wants to play this. They still have the wall charge if they
Yep.
want to use that for Doc. I can't imagine they're gonna use it for Bank, or maybe they'll go for a little.
Oh,
Okay, okay.
all right,
Going
all
for
right.
Might be going for that walkway breach and then save the wall charge for maybe entrance on the bank. We do see a bit of barbed wire going down. Not a lot of pings, honestly, surprisingly. Still waiting for those pings so we can get an idea kind of what they're planning on doing. Maybe they're just planning on winging it. Maybe they'll be like, hey, let's see what happens.
Well, they're looking at that grenade. We saw the grenade before. We didn't see the side of Danger Deals actually pull that grenade off, but maybe no one's able to. We see at least a Tar and the Saber in hand, so that's going to be, looks like they are maybe going for that walkway push. You see Smokes, of course, and try and deal with that line of sight from office if they do go for the bomb from walkway. So this does seem to be a walkway push. Maybe a
Mhm.
server farm, server farm side push as well to just make noise and to try and rile up the defenders as they push from walkway. We'll see what happens first, though. What is the first point of contention for side of Gnomes? Are they going to make noise and server farm first and then go to walkway as the second, or is it going to be vice versa? Of course, that
Mhm.
grenade, though, if they get the grenade, it actually might get blown out immediately. But I don't know
Oh.
if that grenade's a point, though, or not. That's going to be thrown out first. Woo.
Yeah, Mace was a little bit behind, so they're not going to be using that grenade. It's actually trying to get some pop shots off. Nothing quite going to connect, though. Just trying to apply some pressure. They're looking to move up. Gonna kick that door down. Looking to get this first pick here. We do see 2 men in office. Gonna hold that down. They were like, you know what? We'll give them server farm. Let them kind of bunch up in there, and then there's nowhere they can go. But the flash smoke coming out. They're looking to push. Boom needs to take cover. Index jumping down. Not gonna get the kill though. Adaxi will shut him down, and just like that, it's a 4-on-5. We do see Dylan and Mace. Meanwhile, on that left side, they're taking control of Boiler. Looking to take control of office. Mace does have that grenade, which he can use on the green door for that barbed wire. And so Diaphree is gonna have to hold office. Not by his lonesome. Ty is there, but he does have the Ingmar. Not the best weapon for these close range engagements.
Oh, the Molotov. Look at the
Yep.
Molotov from the
He
door.
does have the
Reptar and
Molotov.
Scooge are just kind of, and Reptar goes down. He hits Saber as well. And it's this entire walkway push isn't going well for the team. It's Scooge is by himself, and Mason Dylan have to make something out of his office push, but the Molotovs are stopping them.
Yeah, can't quite move. Molotovs are down, so now would be the time to push. Flashbang goes down. Mace looking to get that first hit. He's not quite going to get him. Marbles takes him out, but Dylan does get Diane in return. Foom gets Scooge. Ty gets Dylan, and just like that, Danger Doodles is back on the board.
I guess they didn't want to. So I thought they were going to use maybe a go for multifaceted push there, but they pulled back, didn't use the hard breaching, probably to save it for the last map of Bank. So they have multiple hard breaching for Bank because you saw how difficult it was for Danger Doodles when they were attacking with only one wall breach or one door breach. So it looks
Yeah.
like they're saving it for Bank, and they just try to, take the Saber, take some, some power weapons with them, the Tar and the Saber, and push through Sorrow Farm and have them, have 2 people go for office and 3 people go for that walkway push. But we saw from what Gnomes on their defense, same thing happened. Trying to take fights on the members of the defense when they have the bottom walkway, the walkway itself. You're pushing by that red door as well. There's so many angles trying to exit Server Farm, exit walkway, and get into that site. So it was too difficult. And the office push too. Yeah, the Molotov stopped pushing in, and even after the Molotov, he's got a long angle with an Ingmar, just watching that door. And even though he gets killed in the end, it's a trade, 1 for 1. And then the other person of Ty sitting on the stairs just peeks it quickly, takes him out immediately, and that's the end of the round right there for the team. So unfortunate.
Now we do see why that double charge is gonna come in handy. They were able to save both. So yeah, they're looking to they just push straight through entrance, just blow up that wall. They need to rush the button. They
The defense, though,
realize,
they look like they know.
yeah, they know something's up. They probably realize, they didn't use a single charge that last round. They're
Yeah.
planning something. And I think they also just realized, I mean, the side of Gnome saw that it's like, if you can't get control of accounting like towards the start of the round and you let the entire defending team kind of hunker down, you're done.
Just look at that. Yeah, look at that area. There's so many.
Exactly. There's so much cover. There's just
so much cover.
Yeah.
There's freaking shelves and desks everywhere. You can push in the
got the
manager as
window
well.
as
The
well,
window. Yeah, that's just that is. I can see why they're going for this because otherwise, like you said, if they hunker down in there, it's so difficult to push them out. You have to have the correct amount of grenades, and they've used grenades already in the last 2 maps, right? So I don't think they have any grenades left even. So this is really going to come down to if they can take control of lobby, open up the wall and push in, and it seems like the defense are reading that perfectly. So we're going to see what they do here. They even have the Saber. They've grabbed the Saber from 2, and they have the mop. So they have 2 long-range snipers they can push from tellers or from security and just deny that push in. And I don't see a auto shot because I believe they used the auto shot on C-Store. But still, they have these long-range fights, long-range angles. They can just deny the push entrance. Somebody from the side of the attack on Gnomes has to make a play elsewhere to cause the confusion, cause them to leave those angles. Otherwise, I can see this is going to be dirt. This is going to be dirty. This is going to be bloody.
Absolutely. I think that smoke is going to just really make or break this push. And they did hear you. We've got Mason Index in the vents right now, trying to, spice it up, be like, hey, we're coming through multiple angles. You got to start divvying up your forces. They did stow Ty away in the vault, so he won't be able to do anything for his team unless they all fall and it's up to him to defend. But I mean, just look at Boom.
Do you see Daxi though? Look at Daxi.
Yeah.
He's waiting for that noise. We just fire at them.
Yo, that is
He's just gonna wall bang them as soon as they open it. And the question is, there it is. And Daxi's waiting for it. He's just firing.
It's free firing through it. Not quite gonna connect, but it is spooking the side of Gnome. But they are looking to push in. Flashbang does go down, and now it's just absolute chaos and accounting. Everyone's taking cover. Run for cover. It's just going insane in here. The Molotov did go down as well. Down goes Scooch. Base with a double kill with the grenade. He just tosses the grenade in manager. He's like, eat this, and he's gonna get a double. Index got one as
It's
well.
all tie.
It's all tie. Diafree is in that backline though. Okay, tie does get one. Reptard goes down. Now Dia just chilling. Okay, he gets Dylan, and just like that, it's a bit of a pincer tech. Index needs to take out Ty here. Ty's gonna get one. Ty's gonna get two. Yo, Ty, the last hope. They stowed him away in the vault. They're like, listen, man, it might all come down to you. It did, and Ty.
Dude, yeah, that was again. We theorized that the entrance push was gonna be bloody if they had it, but they pushed it off. You saw the guy with the mop. I believe was it Marbles the mop? I can't remember who had the mop entirely, but after hearing that vent push from the side of Gnomes, that mop player pushes back towards accounting. Adaxi was trying to play aggressive with that saber, trying to wall bang the members if they opened the wall. Couldn't quite get any shots, unfortunately. And then, like you said, the grenade from Mace, denying both Adaxi and the other player inside of manager to stop that push entirely. And it just came down to Diagra and Ty. And I think it was a 4v, was it a 3v2 or 4v2 at that point? It might have been a 3v2. And the big thing was Diagra wasn't red at all. He was still inside of accounting, just sitting next to a desk, waiting for the moment. And once he kills somebody, the last two players on Gnome have to think, are we gonna push the vault? Or are we going to push Dagger? And time running out, they have to push the vault. They push the vault and tie with a 3K. First person you got that rushed in there takes them out. Last two players takes out both of them playing right behind the bomb chassis. Great. So great job to Danger Doodles to take two, but they're still down one or down two, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I mean, just like that, we were a little worried there at the start that they were just gonna get 7-0, but they're like, Danger Doodles are like, no, we're called Danger Doodles for a reason, man. We're dangerous, and we're looking to show you exactly why. And just like that, it is map wipe. So now it's just, I mean, it's anyone's game once again. Both teams don't know exactly what to expect from each other, and now that, it's a brand new map. So we are going to see how they play this accordingly. We are seeing that the side of Gnomes maybe looking to kind of push in through that office and maybe kind of wrap around the quickest way to the bomb, which is going to be in lockers. It's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, and the big thing here is the pillbox. We've seen this a lot of times in this map too on Kill House, is that having that pillbox control could be huge to allow you to fire on to members in different rooms. Because you see all the 4 windows, well, that's like 8 windows popping the top into different rooms. So it's going to be interesting to see how Gnomes deal with that pillbox. Is something to go from a different angle to push in, or are they just going to throw a grenade in there? I saw a flash was the point there, trying to flash out that player to push them off, but we'll see. Marbles though with an auto shotting office. And so both with the pillbox coverage and Marbles playing the auto shotting, this office take might go wrong entirely. And reception take will be someone reception's got to make a play here, like we saw from other teams. He's got to remember to try and stop somebody, or at least push off some of these players.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a little 3-man going into reception here. Mace, Dylan, and Scooge are looking to make a play happen while Reptard and Index just kind of chill for now over at office. Maybe see if they can get some picks. They didn't bring a door charge, but they're just going to try and make some noise. Try and make it seem
window,
yeah, maybe try and get a pick. And I mean, Marbles is kind of stuck there right now. He can't really move with that auto shotgun. So in a sense, it is working. They probably don't even realize it. And that's a pop out. Dia is just chilling in the pillbox, trying to get some picks here. Going to push through that wall. Nothing quite going to connect. And just like that, we do see that Gnomes are just slowly, inch by inch, they're looking to take this map. But these barbed wires, man, oh no, Mace does have a grenade. He just has to choose wisely where he wants to go. Oh, they're going in, but it's just, there's nowhere for him to go. The double peek. Mace is rushing in, gets the kill on the Daxi, though. Actually, with Index, not even. Okay, Dylan. Will one-on-one with Dyer. He's gonna get Dyer there, and that's just like that. They have control.
The auto shot, no more.
The auto shot. Mace doesn't care. He doesn't need a shotgun for close range. He takes out the auto shotgun, and Dylan is chilling. In fact, in pillbox right now.
Angle. Can you win the fight though? No.
Gonna go ahead and just back off. He's pretty low. I want to say probably like 25 HP, but just like that, the side of Gnomes, they have control of this entire map. They push Ty and Foom back into the bomb site. Index gets another kill. It's up to Foom once again. Foom gets one. Foom gets two. He might just pull something off here.
Where's Mace?
2-on-1.
Where's Dylan? Where's
he doesn't
Mace.
He
doesn't even need Dylan.
Yeah, straight up, Mace picking up that auto shotgun and takes him out. The grenade blew up, but Mace has so much armor, and he's gonna be okay. Gonna pick up that KR, get the defuse, and get the hell out of there.
It was looking good at first for Danger Doodles. That three-man push from reception into kitchen was looking to be thwarted, but Index playing the window denies a Daxi, which was the coverage, the help for Diagra, who was playing inside of Pillbox. So Diagra, unfortunately, because a Daxi dies, Diagra now has to try and hold off on his own as they siege him inside of Pillbox. Marbles tries to come to his rescue with the auto shot, just rushing in the kitchen, but Mace, he doesn't matter if you're an auto shot, he just shoots you right in the face. It doesn't even matter. He gets that
Headshot.
kill. They take full control, and they just in the last two players, it's what Foom and another player off or Ty off in the side. Foom's by himself in sight. Ty tries to come out and help him from the door. But once they push that angle, that's two or three members bearing down on Ty's angle right there. They gun him down. It's just Foom by himself. And Foom did do well though. He got two kills. Try
Mhm.
to take it out, take it back.
Yeah, fortunately, just that auto shotgun in those close ranges, man. He ain't no Mace, and he
Yeah.
unfortunately did not win the fight there.
Marbles handed that to Mace at that point. He's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
right, you can use it. I don't need
Here you go, man. I don't want it. Yeah, just have it,
You're gonna
bro.
need this to win the round."
Exactly.
Hey, but we're on the Kill Dome next. Kill House, the Kill Dome, and this is gonna be interesting because again, Pit's an interesting one because you can go for power. Pit's always such a dangerous one to go through. There's no
Mhm.
castle, it seems like, so there's no real base for the defenders. They just kind of have to play these angles in jungle. Of course, I would say that this Kill Dome looks very difficult for the defense.
Yeah, no, it's very, very open. Lots of different angles they would have to hold. So many like places that Mace can run around and just have fun if he wants, as we know him to do. And now we're okay, looking like oh yep, they might be trying to breach into jungle, but we do see that the Barbara will be going down. The defense is going to be kind of expecting that as the most obvious route of attack. But I mean, it's understandable. You really probably wouldn't want to go through pit because you have this entire observation area that could just kind of look down upon you. And it's like if you're not rushing through that, you're gonna get gunned down immediately. You just get pre-fired and you're gone.
Yeah, it's just that this map right now so far, it seems like it's very difficult to rotate between certain sections. Like, you really can't go from pit to base to jungle very easily, especially with these
Mhm.
cutoffs here. So if they can take control of that top part in jungle and then take control of base, cut off observation rotates from the defense, they could make their way into jungle and take full control and then cut off the last rotate through pit. But again, it depends on how the defenders do here. It looks like they're at least Adaxi's gonna be playing right by that jungle door, looking to deny the push. And then, Dagger, of course, playing beach with marbles with the mop on the long angle to help him out. So again, it looks like they are aware of these difficult parts for the map, and they're trying to hold on to them as long as possible. Let's see how they do, though.
Absolutely. I don't want to see another fumble smoke like we saw last time we were on Dome. As long as we don't see one of those like smoking off your own entry point, I think that Gnomes will be all right. And now we do okay. Looking like a two-man push through beach here. We've got
Oh,
Dylan and
good smoke.
Reptart. Okay, that was a good smoke, cutting off that line of sight just like that. Reptart and Dylan are on site, so Dia will fall back. He's letting his team know, yeah, we got some bogeys over on beach. We got to take them out. And Reptart's got that saber, his trusty little friend, so he might be able to make something happen with it. They do have
Oh, and
control
they're
of speed.
slowly but surely.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
Adaxia aware? Does he know?
Oh,
Opens up. Where's the Molotov? No
okay.
Molotov to push out. Flash as well. Long shot
My
coming
God,
from the
it's
other side. Jungle, though.
absolute
Adaxia gets
insanity.
one.
Mace
Ooh, but
does get
Black
one. Yeah, Scooge is
good
going
for
to take
that.
out Ty as well. Marbles, though, ooh, very nice shot, but he will go down and return. Mace, they let him run into the site, and now he's here to wreak havoc. And just like that, it's down to Foom and Daya, I should say, and they can't get onto site, even if
Yeah,
they wanted to. There it is. Oh, never mind. They don't care. They're just rushing it, but Dylan will take out both of them. It's just like
told you,
that.
man. It
Yeah.
seems so difficult to rotate on this map of Kill Dome. This one specifically, I'm not sure. Different Kill Domes, you have different sets, different randomized parts, but this one is specifically, it's so difficult. Once they take control, they cut off from base, so you can't go through base. You have to go through that green door. And once they have full control of that jungle side, they're just watching it. They're waiting. They know.
Yeah, they knew exactly what was coming, and they took advantage of it, man. It's like that was a very nice push. The barbed wire and the Molotov was missing there. It's like it was good that Gnomes decided to they really waited a while to make it kind of seem like the whole team was coming from beach, and then when they least expected it, they blow up the door and they just rush in. And because there was no Molotov and no barbed wire to stop them, they were able to they ran on site and they took control of it just like that.
Yeah, I would say the fact that once they took control of beach, I feel like the rest of the defenders, those two defenders, I think it was I forget with the mop and the other gun, should have rotated back in through pit to be in the backside of jungle. And knowing that they can't rotate back through base because they have the saber there, they have guns focused on that observation rotate. They should have probably gone back to jungle to support those players who are getting rushed by the three on site. Again,
Hmm.
that's just hindsight though. I can't, you can't. It's,
That's
it's
fair.
hard to call that.
Yeah, it's hard to call it, but it's like, hey, at least you kind of know what to expect now when you're the ones defending.
Exactly, that's true too. That's true as well. But yeah, no, that was just yeah, like you said before, they had no Molotov, they had any barbed wire. They allowed them to push a Daxi. The guy who I think it was Ty who was playing with the Daxi didn't have an angle to help him out, so he just gets rushed by two attackers. He takes one, but the second one kills him. Ty goes out as well because they're just swarming on site.
Yeah.
And at that point, the rest of the defenders who were back in pit, back in observation, they gotta walk back this site through a door that's being watched by two or three members of the attack. It's difficult. But we're on the seesaw now. And it's a very this is gonna be interesting to see what they do here. Looks like they're trying to open up straight onto storefront with that wall charge.
Yeah, but it's just like we went from a non-rotate map to just the rotate map. It's like this is the one where you can go anywhere instantly, really. We saw Mace do it. And now it's looking like they're gonna be wall charging into storefront. They will have Reptart with his trusty saber just chilling there, trying to catch someone out. And I'm curious to see, okay, they're gonna maybe go through, I don't know, maybe a secondary push through fridges. So they might even look to use two of their charges here. In fact, use that to kind of clear out the bathroom area and then push that all the way around to go to power. So that should
You
be
might
an
not need to do that even if you can clear that and then just make sure that you can cut off rotates through bathroom.
Yeah,
And then
that's
you
true.
smoke out the area and you push in. The only issue is going to be tellers. That's the only issue going to really be at
Hmm.
that point. So I guess freezer and tellers. So freezer and tellers are going to be the issue here. So I do wonder if they're trying to actually push farther than bathroom into office, like you were saying, or if
Hmm.
they're just doing it just to take that control and deny them from rotating back. Again, we see that we see barbed wire too as well, though. So it's going to be difficult to push in if they go from storefront, though.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
So
like
maybe
this.
you are right, though, in the case that it may be better for them to make that full push.
Should be interesting also because yeah, I don't even necessarily see anyone chilling and tell us too much because unfortunately this like that little slot that you can shoot through, it's not going to be watching the bomb. We'll be watching
Mhm.
storefront, but it's limited visibility, so it's
Yeah.
like you really only utilize it if it's watching right where they have to sit
Yeah.
to defuse. And Marbles has it. Yeah, he knew something was up, so he's just chilling, trying to get some shots to the door. Nothing really going to connect though. He doesn't have that high pen weapon that he needs.
Wait, is that right? Do they both clackers? Is that correct?
Oh, what the heck? What they do?
That is, I know
Okay,
they're trying to do two different sections, but to have two
okay.
clackers
They're really
is kind
putting
of.
it
I don't know
all
if
on
that's
the
right or
line.
not. If maybe the UI is incorrect, but they've opened up at least in the storefronts. But
Yeah.
that's just, and they actually destroyed the barbed wire too because of that, because of how
Oh,
far the instruction
okay,
is.
okay. So that would be very nice
Oh,
when they
oh,
push
Marbles
out.
died to it too.
What?
They freaking door
No
charge,
way!
and they killed Foom too in bathroom.
What? They have absolute confidence in their abilities. They're taking both clackers. They're blowing
Oh,
people up with charges. And now Scoo just pushed in pretty far, looking to take out time.
oh,
The
the
grenade!
grenade!
What? What? What is happening? Index takes out another one, and the Doxy will take out Index. It's all up to Daxi now. He's got the leg bros. Oh, he's going to pick the 825, though. Flashbang does go out. Scoo's looking to take him out. Going to rush in. Daxi's going to get two. Looking to make it three. He's going up against Mace, though, and Mace will take him out.
They were just giving him 1v1s because they knew they had the window. But that was crazy though. The first part was they destroyed the barbed wire by the breach, which I don't know if they knew they were gonna breach there, but because of how far the wall charge goes, there goes
Mm.
that barbed wire, allowing them to push farther in the storefront. And then the second one, the late door charge, we were scared because they both had both clackers. A bit scared. They were like, okay, this is kind of the second wrap of the set. It's kind of crazy to bring both clackers already, but that second door charge blows up Marbles playing by the door. And at that point, then because Marbles was done quickly, they're not expecting. They rush in the bathroom. Down goes Foom as well. And then you saw from storefront, because that barbed wire is gone, we saw Index rush into arcade. And the person arcade at that point or playing tellers is now pressured by that person. He goes down as well. Index gets another kill. And at that point, it's just a Daxi in a 1v4. And they're going to give him ones for fun at that point, really.
Absolutely. I mean, that was that was insanity to say the least. But Danger Doodles is not out of the picture just yet. Gnomes will have to take another win if they want to move on to the semifinals. And I think with that, we will take a short 5-minute break. And then when we're back, we'll be back for round number two. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to DPL, baby. Things are starting to spice up. All right, Danger Doodles. They took a L that first round, but I hope they're looking to kind of reel it back. Slowly reel things back. We saw that people like Foon, for example, they're not taking that abuse just like that. All right, they're hungry. They're hungry for those kills, and they're looking to get it. That being said, Gnomes does need one more win if they want to secure themselves the spot in the semifinal. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
Hey, we gotta see some life out of Danger Doodles, man. They
Hmm.
were like
Straight
there were
up.
some good moments last map, but it was largely just Gnomes had some great play, some great strategy, and overall were able to just on the defense, they would deny them every single time. And then on attack, though, he had a few times where Danger Drew was able to stop him here and there, but most part just they were doing great on the strategy. And I'm gonna see what they do this time. We'll see how that maybe the maps will be different this time. Maybe something different be for them, but maybe because some of the maps are difficult, like especially that kill dome map was just
Oh
for
god.
defense. That was just painful. I would not want to defend that.
That's true. That's true. That's Danger Doodles. They had their moments where they were looking, dare I say, dangerous. They were living up to their name. But it's just overall, it's just the planning and the execution. The gnomes was just coming out on top every time.
Yeah.
Danger Doodles, though, they showed that they belong here. They're in this thing. So they gotta just chill. Just chill. Sit back, just trying to look at what happened, right? What went wrong?
Yeah.
What went well? Build up from
Yeah.
that.
I had
And
a
we
good
back
10 minutes to talk it over real quick and, think about things and see what's gonna happen this time. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it's a bit of a roll of the dice though, because you have those randomized maps a bit here or there. So I don't know. I feel like they rolled the dice. They defended first on that second set. And
yeah.
I felt bad that they were the first one defending that kill dome map.
That's
Like,
true, though, that's true.
bit of roll
That's
the
true.
dice there. It's like, ugh, man. Like I know that's why it's interesting for other esports is that like in due process, it's like you have three different maps you defend or attack first, and sometimes it's a roll of dice of what if you're
Mm,
attacking defending a map that could be either not so much defender sided, but maybe looking to be very advantageous for the defenders, or vice versa, very advantageous for the attack. I don't know. It's interesting to see. The
I
more
feel
I
that.
cast this, the more I see the difference in there. Because like in other games, like all the maps are static; they don't
No,
change. So
exactly,
you
yeah,
yeah, you obviously know what's if it's defender or attacker side from the get go because the advantage already in the map. But in like due process, it changes every single time. You could
mhm,
play one game and you play one map and it's like, oh my god, I hate defending this. And then you play another map and it's like, oh, I love defending. It's like, what the?
yeah. Nah, so that's the beauty of it, man. You never know really what to expect. It's always
Yeah.
changing, straight up. Man,
Uh,
I had a whole bit set up, and I just noticed that my whiteboard isn't even in position, bro. Are you kidding me?
you had a
I had this
bit, but you
whole
weren't
thing
prepared for the bit. Nice
yeah, I
job.
had this whole thing that it says, "I love DPL," and I was gonna be like, "I love it so much. Thanks for having me on. Please don't get rid of me." But then I look at the camera, and I just says, "ID," and God damn it. Bit's over. Bit's ruined. I'm done.
ID.
I'm going home. You can do it, Benny. You're on your own, bro. I'm dipping, bro. I'm dipping. I'm out of
It
this.
looks like you're starting up right now, though. I gotta spectate this match because here we
Oh,
go.
all right. We were too busy talking, man. We're about to miss the game.
All right,
It's
we're
not
too
even
busy
gonna be a
seeing you
cast.
failed your bit.
It's about to turn into like a just talking stream, just chatting on Twitch,
Hey,
you know?
hey, we can have a whole podcast here talking about random
Hell
stuff, but
yeah.
unfortunately, that's not the point of this. The point is to talk about due process and if
Yes, sir.
Gnomes can finish this out right here, right now, and take them into semifinals, or if Danger Duels are going to come back and show us that they have some life in them, and they're not going to go down without a fight. But here we are. We're on bank first once again, but a very different bank compared to the one we just were at.
Already, we're not seeing this crazy, like, absolute war zone that is accounting and manager. Although it is still looking a little bit dangerous, but it's not as much in like a crazy power position as it was in that last bank. You don't have the button in there this time. Luckily, it's more kind of chilling here in this little hallway here at bathroom. So it's gonna be a lot easier to kind of hit that button and just dip if you really need to. That being said, though, I'm gonna be quite curious to see what the planning is going to be. I'm not. Oh, maybe. Okay. I say that, and there's a big fat arrow going through entrance. I'm just blind, I
That's a big.
guess.
Hey, but this is like the bank from yesterday though. The bank with the button with the bathroom next to
hmm
it, where they play the auto shotty in. If
Yeah.
they don't,
Yeah.
if they do that, I don't know if they do it this time. Maybe they'll put someone there with a knack. I don't see auto shotty on the board for the defense for the moment. But it looks like the attack are aware of danger doodles. They're like aware they put the exclamation mark like whoa bathroom. Be careful of that. We gotta be
You
careful
gotta be very
bathroom.
careful. Yeah, gotta be very careful of that. Not seeing the auto shotty, so I guess we won't be seeing a repeat of what we saw yesterday. But hey, that's fine by me. I'm always happy to see something new here. And now we see the entire
Is
side
it a
of.
full just entrance
Ooh,
clear?
I think it's a full entrance clear. They're just slowly sneaking up here, getting ready.
Scooge about to get swung by like 5 people.
Yeah, Scooch needs to be careful, bro. Once that Molotov's gone, you better start running because
I hope
they're
he
gonna be
throws it
coming.
fast enough because if they just stand
Yeah.
in front of the Molotov. Oh, here we go. Here we
Okay.
go.
Oh, those it.
Yeah,
But
I told
Adaxi
you,
is
I
first
told
one
you.
in. Yep, there it is. Adaxi just goes right and just sprays him down. He's like, "Where you going, boy?" And the smoke did go in as well, but it didn't help. It didn't help. There's nowhere for him to go, and just like that, it's a 4-on-5. Scooge, our main man, Scooge is down, and now Adaxi's pushing into Teller. My God, they're just looking to push the offensive. They got momentum. Hell, are these guys team momentum? Because I'm seeing some replay from
Oh,
that.
the
Just
grenade.
that smoke. Ooh, grenade goes down on. Oh, okay,
Oh,
Molotov
the
did go down though as
Molotov.
well. He sacrificed himself. No, Adaxi.
He pushed the front. I'm like, yeah,
There's no one there. There's no one there. They don't have anyone involved.
Yo,
What are you doing? He's
he
gonna
ran
stick
to the
it.
fire flames for a his team.
Oh my God, a Daxi and tie with the
And they closed the
sacrifice.
door. They closed the boat.
They
Yo,
closed it.
what is
Wow.
this round?
My
Well,
God,
hey,
yo.
most of them are dead at least. So at least like economy-wise, they get something out of this by murdering the last person in the out. Let's see, yeah,
That's true.
he's
Okay,
oh wait,
Daya, come on, Daya.
oh,
No, he can't hold the line. They will get a
he can't
clacker
block
from
it.
that. They will get a
Yeah,
clacker.
so that it wasn't totally wasted for Gnomes there, but man, like you said though, Daxi sacrificed his life to get his team in the button in the vault, and because it was on fire, nobody could walk in and press the button. I think it's also is there cooldown time on the button too?
I think there's a slight cooldown on it. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
You
so
have
I
to wait
guess
for the door to like fully
yeah.
swing open, and then yeah, then you can
So
hit it
that
again.
basically, but so they see they by the time they could even push the button again, it was way
Yeah,
too late.
it
It
was
was
just too
way
late.
too late.
Exactly. They pretty much just
Yeah,
like locked them in there. Oh my! But
yeah.
a Daxi, man, he just like boys, remember me. He runs into the flames, hits the button, and then just
He's just
dips,
like it's
gets
just like
out of there.
slow motion, like he's just running, jumping, running through the flames, pushes it, falls in the flames, and goes
Remember me. Gonna have
fires
like a
up.
funeral service for him, and he was the
Dude, that
hero.
was a Viking funeral. That was a Viking funeral.
Absolutely, absolutely, and he got his team to win. Okay, straight up, we need to calm it down. That was round one. Okay, like can I get my bearings, please? All right, why are
Hey,
we
that's the
starting?
kind
We're starting
that's
this
the
now with
play
a
that's the plays
bang.
they need though. That's the plays they
That's
need to
true.
get back in
That's
it
true.
though.
That's
They gotta
true.
show their strong suit, take themselves, get themselves in a good footing here, start us off on this next match, and they gotta show us, they gotta show us, hey, we danger duels. We ain't gonna let gnomes walk over us. They some
Yeah,
gnomes. They some guarding
absolutely. Yeah, there's some little
decorations.
gnomes, man. Straight up, we 6'10", we towering over them, and they're just like we are not taking that abuse from that first round, and they start this first round off with a bang. And it was very nicely done, very well executed. They
Oh boy.
noticed that hey, no one's watching, so we could just watch. We could just walk in. It was like a walk in the park, man. They just walked up to the bomb, started clickety clacking away on it, and they defuse it.
Is this a power play? I don't see them
I
taking NVGs though, so maybe not.
hmm, I think
Yeah,
it doesn't. I don't think it shows on the UI when they
no,
take
they
NVG.
no, I'm watching the
You're
attackers
watching.
in the truck, and they're
Oh,
not taking NVGs, so I don't think
oh,
this is a
oh,
I don't think this is a power
okay.
play. They are
Huh.
taking part. Oh no, whoa, never mind. He grabbed it. He
Oh.
grabbed one. Someone grabbed it.
He grabbed it. All right, yeah, oh yeah, they're suiting up. They're ready for a little fight in the dark here, and they've got the saber as well. So they're really looking to just kill those lights. Maybe even have and we're seeing the number 2 here on the green door. So maybe have a few people going through there because, like we said, we say this every single round. You do not want the full attack coming from one single door.
What is he write? He says clack.
He's just clack. He's just spelling it out for us at this point. He's like,
Hey.
this is what we're doing.
So we do see 2 flares from Reptard, so there is some prevention here from the defense when it comes to holding off that. Gnomes have a couple flares, but only 2. So they can only light up certain areas. And they also they have the auto shot, they have Ingmars, they have the mop. So Gnomes has a lot of economic stock in this round. Along with the attack are bringing in
Yo,
a few tars.
Hold up.
They could
You see that smoke though?
No,
Marvel
that's
straight up
no.
threw the smoke. He threw the smoke. Didn't fully quite go where he wanted to, but that was a big brain, dude. He threw it through the big window. It's gonna collapse. They are able to kill the lights, and just like that, we are fighting in the dark, ladies and gentlemen. Dancing in the dark, one might even say here. And just like that,
Oh,
Daya.
Scooge.
Oh, Scooge.
Oh,
Let's see if you
he's
can
gonna
make
kick the
something
door down.
happen.
He's tied sitting there like, do I kick the door down?
Dude,
What do I
guys,
do?
what do you think, guys?
Yeah, they're both just starting to wait for his teammates. Like ties over his teammates. Like, hey guys, I can't just kick the. I need some work.
I need some backup here.
Dagger is pushing up in server farm though. Index is below him, and it looks like so far Scooge may take some damage though. He pre-fired the door. He's low.
Ty's like, you know what? I'm not gonna. Oh, and
Right.
he makes his boy kick the door for him, and he goes down instead. Boom picks up a kill though on Index, and just like that, it's a 2-on-4. Make it a 1-on-4. Repart is the last man standing. He's got the mop. He doesn't want to lose it. His baby. He has to switch
There's
to
too
the.
many.
Ah, he's down.
Yeah, that was too many, and that was a lot again. And we talk about the fact that they start off so well, and there's so much lost from the defense. They lose the flares, they lose the mop, they lose Ingmars, leg roses. There's so much lost in the defense now that this could be a 3-0-4 danger duel to start us off.
Yeah, absolutely. They play their cards right. They might just, they will come out on top of this if they do things correctly here. Like you said, economical. Their stocks just went down 90%, man. They're all at like, the portfolio is at $0 at this point.
It's a stock crash. Oh my god.
Oh my god, no.
Oh no.
Oh my god. And just like that, round two just go into the hands of Danger Doodles. They are looking to just move this thing with a bang. They were like, okay, you know what? We're gonna you know what? I think they put on a show for us. They're like, okay, we're gonna make the casters think that we're about to get steamrolled in this first section, and then we're gonna come back with a bang. And you know what? I'm all for it.
They can grab them up though. Maybe they didn't want to bring it depending on what the next map is
Mm.
because I didn't
Might have
actually
been
take
might
note.
have not had enough bullets.
That
You
could
know,
be
if
too. They might have
yeah,
bullets left. Yeah. So let's see where they go to next. We're on to does that sound like Kill Dome in the background? I think it's Kill Dome
I
for
believe
our
it.
next map because I hear the crowd in the
Oh yeah.
background.
Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun
Oh, I
dun
was
dun
right.
dun. All right, yeah, we are gonna be on Kill Dome, so let's see if this Kill Dome is as bad as the last one for the defenders. This one's looking a
This
lot
is
better.
wide open.
This is wide open though, but at least I'm seeing a lot more ways to kind of rotate around. So that's definitely nice to see. But looking at the point of entries here, it's just so like you go straight really. It's like if you want you can
That's
go
the
through.
issue.
Yeah,
The
that
issue
is
is
kind of the issue.
how straightforward this one is compared to the last
Mm,
one. Pit's kinda irrelevant. Observation could be someone you could push through and you can play off of a little bit.
mhm.
But, like, especially because like, yeah, they're looking to smoke Pit, so you can't push back from Pit into jungle. And especially because they still have long range devices. They still have Ingmars from the side of the defense. They have stuff Tar. They still have the Saber on the side of the attack on Danger Doodles. I don't know what other if they have Legroses or Ingmars left on the side of the defense, but this ain't looking good for Gnomes.
Yeah, this is gonna be it's gonna be tricky. Gnomes, they're slipping, man. They had this thing in the bag in that first round, and it's just slowly, it's like the sand, it's just trickling out of their hands right now, and they gotta just watch it. But I'm hoping they're about to put up a fight here. They're like, okay, we know exactly what happened the last time we were on Kill Dome, and we're gonna make this happen once again. We're looking to stomp them out of this competition. We're looking to get that spot in the semifinals. Ain't no one gonna stop us. Ain't no Danger Doodle's gonna take us out. And now 15
Hey.
seconds left on the clock.
We'll
Oh
see though.
Lord.
Man, what's the thing is once they take control of beach and they can take those long range angles onto the
Hmm.
doors, both here and on observation, that could be a huge boon. As long as they deal with the close range members of the side of gnomes that are playing close. Because of course you can have someone playing close to the Molotov, usually Dylan already with a knack and a Molotov. Those are the first point of contention. If they can make this work and then have the beach play work well for the attack, that could be it right there. But again, it's that first point of contention. If Dylan plays as well and denies that first push from this jungle door, that could be it for them actually.
Absolutely. It's like looking like okay, they've got double KRs, they got the Legos, they're whipping out everything right now. Last round, their economy's not looking pretty bleak, so they need to whip out whatever they can. And just like that, they're looking to rush right into beach. No one was
Oh,
watching it,
Scooch.
unfortunately. They're just gonna go ahead and give it to him. Marbles has the saber looking to make something happen, and Daya as well with him with that Ingmar. Two long range weapons. Let's see if they can make something happen. The rest of the team, meanwhile, waiting for their cue to enter into jungle here. And just like that, Daya's gonna pick up the kill on Scooch. That's your time to move in. The Molotov will go down, but it's not gonna do enough. Adaxi is gonna take out Index. Adaxi's going crazy, looking to make some things happen here. And just like that,
The
the rest
grenade.
of the team. Oh,
Oh no, it's a flash. Where's the
the
grenade?
flashbang. Yeah,
Oh,
waiting
there's the
for that.
grenade.
Oh,
Dylan's gonna run.
oh, oh, it's another flash. They're just duking us at this point. It doesn't even matter. They don't need the grenade. Foom is going to take out Dylan. And just like that, it's a 2-on-5. Things are not looking good for Gnomes. If they want to turn this thing around, they got to do it here and now. They started the
Oh,
defusal
Mace.
process. Adaxi, he's looking to stick it. His boys are backing him up. Redbart's running in. He runs through the flames and fire. Mace picks up a kill too. Redbart, he's in an epic gunfight with Ty. Can he take him out? The pistol takes out Ty. No, Ty takes him out, actually.
Oh, does Mace have an angle on the bomb though?
Mace?
Oh no, they got long angles.
Oh, it doesn't matter what angle he has
Yeah.
because they got 16 different angles on him, and they're going to take out Mace and get themselves a 3-0.
Oh man, what a 3-0 to start, just tumbling down again and again. And that round specifically was just again the start. There was a start. It was pushing up beach. So you saw Scooch trying to play a position by Diagra to try and stop that beach push. But
Mm,
unfortunately, he doesn't expect him to just jump down from the beach and take that fight with him. He loses it out. So beach control goes in the favor of the attack. And then that push through that jungle door, Dylan and members of Index or members, or I think it was yeah, it was Dylan and Index
yeah.
trying to deny that. They're trying their best to deny that right there. But friggin' Index goes down. Dylan's trying to play behind, underneath. He gets taken out too. And it's up to Mace and Reptart playing back. One's playing back in jungle, one's playing observatory, try and take it back. But again, like I said, with all those long angles and the fact they still have you still have the Reptar, they still have the Saber in hand, they have Ingmar's in hand too. It's just such a difficult fight for them, and they'll lose
Mhm.
it out. But we go on to the defense for Gnomes, or actually, no, defense for Danger Doodles and attack for Gnomes. Gnomes have a chance to bring it back. They saw how well Danger Doodles did on their attack. Can they take the lessons from their side and bring it to theirs?
Straight up. First off, do not let someone sacrifice themselves for the button. Don't even let them get close to it in the first place. And maybe have someone in the vault just in case something goes wrong here. Because I swear that's the first time that we've seen someone not kind of chilling in that vault as like the last line of
I've
defense in
only
case
casted
something
like
goes
2
wrong.
games, so it's my
That's
first
okay.
time,
That's fair.
yeah.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. I could say from the games I've played and casted, I don't think I've ever seen a round where they didn't have at least one man chilling in the vault just in case. And
Mm.
we are seeing barbed wire is going to go down in that vault. So I'm pretty sure they'll have someone chilling and they're not going to make the same mistake. And they're going to go ahead and probably have multiple people on that in the bathroom or just in that hallway holding that button. And it's looking like it's going to be an entrance push as well. So maybe a bit of a repeat from what we saw last time. So I'm going to be
Yeah, I don't
curious.
see any kind of any lines or directions towards the vents, so they seem to be doing the
Mm,
same thing. I wonder if somebody from Danger Doodles who played that angle by lobby like we saw from Gnomes, the person didn't get fragged out immediately, tried to, molly, and then he gets
yeah.
swung by 2 people. Unfortunate, but they do have more barbed wire. They're putting barbed wire by tellers because you saw from the side of Gnomes, when Gnomes played his defense, Danger Doodles ran through tellers. And you saw, like you
Yeah.
said, he just ran for the button despite the Molotov, despite the gunfire from them. He was able to get that button down. So there is a lot more stock put in to hold off tellers. Don't let them get into the hallway in the first place. Stop them at tellers before they even get
Hmm.
there to get him close to the button. So we'll see them open up entrance. They're going to start us off, and nobody's playing lobby.
Okay. Yes, friendly. No one's. Oh, I mean, Marble's just kind of chilling in that security. He can shoot through the metal detector right there. Yeah, we see him trying to get some picks there. Nothing gonna connect on. Speaking of running the whole side of Gnomes, it's just running into lobby here, looking to take control of this thing. Gonna push Marbles back into accounting, and now he's probably telling teammates, that, yeah, they're coming. We need to set something up here. Just like that, Maze doesn't want to push just yet. Adaxi holding down that line right there with the Legros. Looking to
Oh,
make their move, but the
bit of
moment
an early
they hear,
molly.
yeah, they throw an early God, I can't even speak. An early Molotov, but if they do hear them rustling through that barbed wire, they're just gonna spray through the wall and do what they can.
Grenade. Looks like, oh, it
Okay.
destroyed the barbed wire, though.
Ah,
That's
yeah,
an
it didn't.
issue.
Oh no, it didn't destroy it, so that's gonna make it even harder for them to push. Gonna drop the flashbang, try and have that as their saving
Oh,
grace. Oh
Scoop
my
makes it through.
god,
Oh, he pushed the button.
the sacrifice to hit the button, and now it's gonna be
He's now
down to Foom.
Foom.
But Foom,
Oh,
the
he has
big
Molotov.
brain himself, he dropped the Molotov, and that's gonna delay the side of Gnomes from getting in, which should give his team enough time to rotate.
Oh,
They're
yes.
gonna take out Index, and Daya is here.
No, they're
Okay,
in.
they're
They're
rushing
in.
in. They're in.
They're
They
in.
take
They're
out
both in.
Foom.
They close the
Stick it.
door.
You
They
gotta stick
closed the
it.
door on this
No.
attack.
What?
They let them
They
in.
oh no, they let him in and they closed the door on him. The door's opening though, 20% on the bomb. Looking to stick it. Mace takes out
They're all dead.
Adaxi and they're all
They're
dead.
all dead,
Oh,
dude. Oh,
no.
he was Boom was in there, and Ty retakes the button, presses it, but there was already too late. The attackers could just walk in. They had time, even though the Molotov was there, because it was desynchronized from the
Yeah.
Molotov, then pushing the button. It allowed for the attackers then to walk through that barbed wire, get in before the door closes back on them, and then there's 2v1 on Boom, and they're inside the vault by themselves. It's just, oh my god. If they had synchronized that better, and Boom could have thrown the Molotov as he pushed the button, again, that may have been different, but of course, it's just so difficult. Even though they're able to stop the attack from pushing in the hallway, the fights were still going in the way of Gnomes the most of the time.
Mhm.
Gnomes are winning most of those fights, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, they threw Foom in there and then they just closed the door on him. He was in a fight cage, man. They were like, one man's
It
coming
was a
out of there
cage fight.
alive.
Well, he said it was one man. It was two men go in, or two men go in. One man's still in there by himself, and you're like, ah.
Well, this is about to happen, but just like that, they're gonna go ahead and pick themselves their first win. Looking, they it's like we said before, they were like, "Damn, we kind of got disrespected in this last little like 3 rounds here. We gotta show the people why we deserve to be here, and show us they did. Gonna pick up that first round, and they're gonna look to make it 2 here.
Well, we saw from last time when we saw Danger Doodles on this attack. They took control boiler. They went for that power play, having both a boiler push and a server farm push. And both sides, there wasn't much contention from the
Mhm.
defense of Gnomes, though. They kind of let them take control boiler, take control of server farm, no issue. There was a bit of a contention when it came to pushing walkway. You saw someone with an auto shotty on the side of Gnomes trying to hold off that doorway. Didn't quite work. It was 1-for-1, but otherwise, the mop, the Ingmars, they didn't really help out, unfortunately, because there is long range if you play like the back of walkways, but a lot of these angles pushing in from pipe works into walkways or pushing from the side of boiler in there are actually more close range fights in those instances. And you saw from the attack of Danger Duels, they won those fights, and then they push into walkways, and by the time the walkway, that long range fights in walkways, it was like a 4v2, a 4v1.
Absolutely. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they end up playing this. We do see the barbell will be going down in that green door, so they are gonna suspect someone's coming through there. And we do see a lot of the lines here that they're looking kind of, have sight lines. Yeah, they already know that that barbed wire is gonna be there. So Mace will be taking the grenade to clear that. So most likely we'll see 2 or 3 people probably go through server farm and the dock push. That's gonna be interesting to see. That's really gonna be opening up one of those really like long sight lines. I mean, you could just see how much into the site you can see if you
Yeah,
get
what
that
does
open.
Reptard have? Oh, Reptard is a saber too, so that makes sense actually. Yeah, he's a
Ooh.
saber. So I wonder, and of course the big thing is the trucks though. If
Mm.
if someone plays in the trucks for a later push, it depends. Again, I'm interested to see how much does Danger Doodles want to hold on to these angles. Nobody's like so Marble is playing with the auto shotty inside of Boiler, expecting maybe a power play like they did, but nobody from Gnomes is going there for the moment. You don't see any NVGs in their hands either.
Mhm.
So it looks to be mostly a dock server farm push. So the question is how long, and how well will Foom and Tai hold on to server farm?
It's not looking long. Ty's gonna have to go ahead and just fall back. They were able to drop the Molotov, so that's gonna delay the push for a little bit. Grenade does go down to the barbed wire. It's gone. Nothing's holding them back from rushing into the site. Gonna throw in a flash. Yep, there we go. 3 members are inside of server farm, and they also blew open the dock door. So much damage coming out, but Boom will go down to Maze, and just like that, they've lost control of server farm. Mayday, Mayday! They are in the site. And just like that, oh, make that 4-man actually. Now Index is there as well. Reptart, meanwhile, is just kind of watching the dock door with the saber. And now it's really just a game of cat and mouse right now. You have the entire side of Danger Duel just kind of
Oh,
chilling for
Marble.
right now, trying to bring him in, trying to have. Oh my God,
Marble!
Never mind. Marble turned into the
Whoa!
cat, and he's going crazy with the auto shotgun. Picks up a double
Oh,
kill,
Tai!
but will
He
go
went through
down
the
to
smoke.
Index.
They
Oh,
don't know.
Ty, they have no idea. Ty
Oh,
can't
he's
quite.
too
Can he
Oh,
get
he's
it?
too
Index
close.
turned his back, but he has to
No,
reload.
he
No, he
too
had to
far to
reload.
Tai. Tai!
He
That
had
could have
some
been the
big,
play.
yeah, he had a big brain play going on, but unfortunately his ammo count had different plans, and he's gonna go down. And just like that, it's a 2-on-3. Danger Doodles needs to
Where's
be careful
Adaxi?
here.
Adaxi's so far.
Oh my God, Daya
Oh,
is just chilling, dude. Daya is chilling his life, and just like that, trying to get some damage off. Nothing gonna connect though. Adaxi trying to get a pick, but he just can't
he's
quite
gotta
get
move back
anything.
in.
Yeah,
Oh, he's
he's
back
got
in
to back
server
out.
farm.
Okay, Adaxi. He's
No,
looking to move in. Oh,
no.
Daya had to go down. It's a 1-on-2. Reptard. If you could take out the saber here, that would make his life so much easier. Gonna go ahead and pick up that
They know he's coming from
AP-25.
though.
They know he's coming from there, yeah, and they're gonna start the defusal process and kind of be like, you know what? If you want to stop us, you
Reptar's
gotta
gotta shoot
push
him in the
now.
face.
Yeah, Adaxi.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
Reptile gonna
knew it.
take him out though with the saber.
Yeah, that was very difficult for Adaxi at that point. The fact that
Mhm.
Adaxi and Diagra are playing pipes at that point and they had no real contention of going back in was the issue there. Just because once they had control of docks and your Reptar still the saber, that's such a long range fight. And like I said before, this corner is the big point of long range fights, not the water walkways or pipe works. And it's just kind of unfortunate. At the start of that too, like server farm. It's unfortunate Foom too. Foom was just kind of just left in the corner of server
Yeah.
farm on an island. He's sitting there by himself with a with a gun in his hand, like, guys,
I need some help.
guys. And
Oh
that
my
point too, listen,
God.
and especially Ty. Ty had a great when Foom goes down, and then Marbles with the crazy auto shotty play. He rushes through that door on the top of walkways into server farm, gets 2 of his own, allows for Ty to walk through the smoke and not really retake, but get into a position where they didn't know he was there. But unfortunately, he has a small range gun. He has the what was this? It's not MP5 they call it here. What do they call it again?
The Gruber.
Yeah, he has the Gruber, and the Gruber's not a great gun. Not a great gun.
Uh,
But he
You're gonna piss off a lot of people in chat with that one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, it's not great in this it's like,
I feel you. I
it's
feel
a
you.
decent gun. It's not great in the
Yeah,
sense that, like, if you're
there
playing a
could be better.
position yeah,
The
it could be
position he's
better.
in as well. Yeah.
If he had an AK or another gun or a knack or something like that, it'd be a different story. But he had a grouper. So he walks back into server farm. He tries to recontrol, but unfortunately, like, and especially they knew he was there. Index had no clue he was there. But because there's 2 of them and he wasn't able to finish off Index quickly because again he has the grouper, it's gonna take a lot of shots. You gotta hit those headshots. You
Yeah.
want to kill him. And he misses those shots, unfortunately. That allows for the other person on top of the walkway instead of server farm to walk in, have Index's back, take out Ty in that entire play, which could have been a critical point, a critical junction that round, doesn't have an effect.
Absolutely. It's looking like we're going to see a bit of a repeat here when it comes to the push from the side of Gnomes, looking to also just kind of send some people through beach and send some people through jungle. Now, actually quite interesting to see Danger Duels. They must have gotten in their head because they're thinking, damn, these guys are probably going to come through pit because you see so many lines in this kind of in this pit area. They're like, damn, we got to watch out for
Well,
that.
the thing is because they haven't used their MGs yet, so that's why they're
That's
thinking
true.
of it.
No, that's true.
because this would be the round because you know we don't wanna waste anything per se. But same point, Pit is just, like you said before, Pit is so difficult to push. Like
Yeah.
it is literally just a mind boggling
It's a
to
death
walk.
trap. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a death trap. But at the same point, this is the like last time, the point of contention here is Beach. Marbles has the mop in hand. If someone can
Mhm.
help him out and push and keep the people off Beach and stop them from cutting off those rotates, that could make this whole jungle push much more difficult for the attack. And especially because if you can keep Beach in hand, you can stop that, and then you can use the mop later on to deny the push from jungle towards the bomb.
Oh, and just like that, it's looking like they're slowly going to be losing control of Beach. Index is in. Foom is chilling with that KR, though, trying to get some shots off. Not going to connect anything. Oh, the UAV did get a Daxi. He tried to run outside.
What?
Didn't get anyone. Oh, but Dylan killed Mace. No. He
I
killed
guess
his brother.
it was a trade, I guess, there. I guess,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
But it's still good though, because they have control Beach. There's nobody close to stop them pushing the jungle either. They have to push back through observation. All 3 members in observation.
all
They
three
have
are
the longest from the
stuck.
saber.
Yeah, and Dia looking to move. He's realizing, damn, we're in a pretty bad spot. Looking to maybe try and move. Not. He's going to go back into observation and send Marbles over there instead. Just like that tie does go down. Dylan, he's pushing in. Oh, he's not going to get the kill, though. Dia needs to get this kill. If
Oh, the flash.
No, he's gone. They're just
Yeah.
gone. Absolutely wasted. And just like that. Only
That
one
was
member goes
worse
down.
than we saw from Danger Duels in their defense. Ew.
Yeah. That is unfortunate to see.
Or I mean, from Gnomes at least. No, because Gnomes on their defense,
Yeah.
at least Dylan and I don't know, yeah, Dylan and them were close to stopping that jungle push. And you know, Scooge was playing the corner of base trying to stop that. But man, like Foom was the only one on base. The only
And they're
person on base.
killing themselves now.
And he's
They
got to
couldn't
play a
live with what they
1v2
did.
there. It's just like, oh, and then yeah, at least at Daxi wasn't as bad because he ran out, but at least he got Mace killed. So at least there's a team kill there, so it's not as bad. But nobody's playing with a Daxi inside a jungle in that close range to stop the push from jungle. They're all in observation. They all, and again, we talked about Pit. They thought Pit was gonna be able to play, but we talked about how difficult Pit could be. So by the time Foom goes down, you know, Reptar had pushed back in the Pit for whatever reason, and then Adaxi gets killed, you know, running out, but he does get a team kill. But because of that, they lost the control they needed to. They lost jungle, they lost beach, and now they can just stop them from rotating the site. And that was exactly what they did. So 3-3, Gnomes bring it back in spectacular fashion, almost doing exactly what Danger Doodles did in their own way.
Absolutely. It's anyone's game at this point now. Both teams really just showing that like they're not neither team's going out without a fight. It's really gonna come down to just who's the better team here. And now we are gonna this is gonna be an interesting layout though.
It's gonna be who can win a defense round first.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, so we do. So I would say it's a free lights, but look at those double green doors, man. You can kick those down. Just watch that angle. The moment they try to kind of wrap around here, oh yeah, look at that. They're already kind of circling in that power, realizing yeah, we don't want to give it to them for free. So it's going to be interesting to see if they use a wall charge at all. And if they do, whether or not it's going to be like a storefront, you know, your usual kind of saber storefront breach, or if they try to use it to get power in the shed.
Well, according to the lines, it looks like they're going for just a save.
Oh, yeah.
No, there is a wall charge. There's a wall charge on storefront, but they look like they want to take control of bathroom and office as a point of contention, and then go for the button because look how big Tellers is. Tellers is huge.
Yeah, that's huge. Oh my god! And it's double little peak holes. I've never seen that before. What
it is huge. So if you can get that Teller button easily, take control of Tellers, and then have those the entire shutters open, that's a lot of control right there.
Absolutely, yeah, that's a lot of control. It's gonna be interesting to see. Just in general, I'm not seeing a lot of like good entryways. Good luck going through storage. That's like this is Molotov Central to say the least. It's like you step foot in there.
It seems like they want to bank on office, but you already see a Daxi has the auto shot with the barbed wire too. So this is gonna be. It depends. Are they bringing grenades? If they know he's playing that corner. It depends. I don't know what they know exactly what's gonna happen, but yeah, it really depends what they do here. It doesn't seem like they want to use anything more than just a wall charge. They're not wanting to use a door charge. So yeah, dude, shotgun v shotgun. Can they beat the auto shotty with a regular shotgun?
Yeah, they're definitely gonna come out. It's definitely gonna come down to who. Oh my god, I can't even speak. Cats is my job, and I can't speak. What am I doing? It's gonna come down to how successful this initial push is gonna be, because once they are actually in, it's just gonna be absolute chaos. You see the entire team are moving around. Oh, they're actually gonna shotgun open these free doors.
Oh yeah, trying to get an angle. They can cut off from that angle.
Yeah,
actually. So somebody walks to arcade.
That's some big brand. I didn't even think of that one. You have really
so
good vision,
they keep these doors open.
And there we go. They blow in, and they're looking to move. Okay, Molotov
Molotov.
does go down,
Okay.
so that's gonna stop them, and it's gonna give the side of
Oh,
Danger
Reptart.
Jules
So
time.
Reptar's holding the angle from the side towards
Uh-huh.
Daxi's exit. So if Daxi gets pushed out, he'll walk. Actually, no, they're not even pushing for it even.
Oh, and speaking of the push, they are all in. Dylan does go down to Marbles. It's absolute chaos. Ty will go down to Scooge, and now they have control of the storefront. Mate's gonna pick up a kill as well, and now the entire side of Danger Jules kind of stuck in this Teller arcade area.
Yeah.
They can't really move. Oh, a Daxi! He's not stuck for much longer though. He runs out, guns him down with the auto shotgun, and runs back into Tellers just to
But we
chill.
were just talking about how big Tellers is. So even if they control storefront, there's so much they can do
So
with Tellers
much,
there.
exactly. Yeah,
They
just
have to
that
push
Index.
forward.
Oh,
Exactly.
Index kicks down the door to his death. Gonna get gunned down by Foom. Now Scooge squad.
Oh,
What?
long range shot.
What?
What a shot with a shotgun. Damn.
Yo, Scooge is like, I don't need a long range weapon for this, and he just takes
Dax
him out
going
with a
for it.
Daxi.
Where's
Just
Reptar?
shotgun
No,
the
he
premise.
got his cover.
Reptar. Okay, 1-on-1. Daya, he's got
40
that
seconds.
knack. Okay, 40 seconds on the clock. Reptar needs to make a move soon. I do believe they shotgunned the Teller door open,
They
so he
did.
doesn't have to worry about
Shot
that.
before dying.
Okay, he shot it before dying.
Oh no,
still.
it's closed. He opened it.
Oh
and
no,
closed
it's
it back
closed.
up. Yeah, it's closed
Oh,
actually. Yeah,
it's
no, it's
crazy.
closed. So this Reptar's.
Yeah.
He has the auto shot though.
Wait, what?
He's gonna try and
Why
go
would
for
you?
it.
Why would you Molotov that? What? He Molotoved his own way to get to the bomb. No.
Yeah, he doesn't have an angle. He doesn't have an angle to shoot.
Oh
him.
no!
Oh,
no!
He's gonna flash him too.
90%? Wait, what?
Oh, he got
what? No, no, he did not. Just
That's it 100%. That's it 100%. There's no way. That's it 100%. That should have been a win for the attack. What?
Daya is absolutely cracked. He's like, he gave him the false sense of
I guess
security
the
to
issue was that
stick
he didn't get full blinded from that flash. Was the issue. He only got
Yeah.
partial blinded by the flash, which allowed him to run out and get that kill. He hip fired with a knack or praise fired with a knack, which is perfect. Great call. But same point. I'm pretty sure it's at 100%.
I could have
I
sworn
feel
that was like 98 or 100. That was so.
I saw
would be-
100%, I thought, but maybe it was so close that because again, I don't know if they do milliseconds, so maybe it just said it, it wasn't actually 100% just yet, and it just maybe said that on this on the HUD, but still,
Yeah.
that was close though. That's unfortunate because in the end he had time. I don't know if he had time or not. 'Cause I don't know what the time was at that point. If he had time to stop and actually kill him as he pushed, but I don't know. Hard to say. That was a mess.
I
That was
would be
entirely a mess.
absolutely just shredding my keyboard right now, just be slamming on it. Like, what just happened? Because
Yeah,
that
because
that was
so
disrespect.
they abandoned the office push. So a Daxi with the auto shotting office or storage,
Yeah.
storage didn't really
Storage.
come to fruition. But it did come to fruition later on when he pushes from Teller out of there when they take full control of storefront. And from there, because they have Teller's control, their point, they're trying to push from different angles. You saw them try to push storage later on and try and take control and deny them, which they get a kill actually. That shotgun kill on the Foom, like Foom says in there, I got wall banged by a shotgun, was kind of crazy. He just fired through storage, gets Foom in the back as he's trying to retreat back in the bathroom. And then from there, they have control of storefront. They're able to get kills, stop the rotates out of Tellers. And it's just kind of back and forth because there wasn't actually a Tellers angle onto the bomb. So they have to play aggressive at Tellers, even if it is big per se. So that's kind of where the point of contention of where the difficult fights come into play for them. Makes it a 1v1. And still, the fact that he got that kill with the knack, it just hip fires through the flash is pretty crazy there.
That was actually insane. My man was like, yeah, I just did that. And he was able to pick up the saber as well from that. So they are going to have that in their back pocket if they decide to use it. Okay, looking at this kill house though. Okay, that courtyard, that's going to be a lot of angles that you can hold, even from like different sides of the map. Just look at that. You can be chilling in club and you've got like vision on the entirety of kitchen here, or vice versa. You can be in kitchen and you've got eyes on backstage. You've got sight eyes on club. So it's going to be interesting to see how they use those sight lines. And just look at that free door checkpoint. Yeah, it's looking like from the lines, they're looking to just maybe rush this. Maybe we'll see one of those Mace rushes, just running in, just gunning, seeing how many picks he can get. And look at Mace, dude. Look at him. He hopped out the truck the moment the doors open. He's just sprinting for it. This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah,
to
there's
see.
no hard bridges. This is the save round per se. Well, they have the tar in hand. That's about the only thing they really bring in. They have a grenade and a tar. Index pre-fires through the red wall or red door. Doesn't try to find anybody. But
Yeah, look at him. Look at him.
running in.
Look at him.
Marvel's
Mace-
backing off.
He's gonna just go and they smoke behind him to give Mace some time kicking down the
Oh
door.
my
The
God.
police is here, and he's gonna try and get the first kill. Doesn't quite connect though with Marbles. The lone man is pushing the entire team back. Ty will get the kill on Rap's heart though. Very nice. And now Mace looking to run in with the flashbang popped. Oh, the smoke though. Can't quite get a kill though. It's just absolute chaos. Mace trying to do what he can, but he won't get the kill. Barbed wire and Molotov is stopping him from moving in. Meanwhile, Daya and Ty on that bottom of the map are looking to rotate over. Oh, Mace does go down though. Daxi just spraying with the KR. And Daxi gets two actually, taking out Scoot as well. Oh, we're gonna make it three, and make it four. And just like that, the entire side of Gnomes goes down.
That was just a full rush from the side of Gnomes. They're like,
Yeah.
they didn't want to use any breaching because I guess they used wall charge last round. And they used quite a bit last round, so they're like, oh, we're just gonna push the checkpoint, just go for kills because we don't want to waste too much. They brought a grenade, brought a tar, and most everything else is just flashes and APs. So they used the abundance of their regular equipment. They pushed through kitchen, try to find kills, but you saw Ty shooting through those long range windows like we were talking about before, like
Mhm.
Echo mentioned, just shooting those like gets the first kill onto them. Because of that pressure, it forces them to go faster. They have to push from those windows out of the fire in through the hallway and try to push into sight. The Molotov stops them. They're getting fired on from the hallway too because you saw that barricade that jumps from that side onto
Mhm.
the next part of the hallway. They're pre-firing that too from the defense, so they get a rush from there out of the fire into the frying pan, which the defense had on lock, and they just gunned them down as they walk into the bomb site. So down with it, it's 2 rounds in a row for defense. Looks like we're going from maybe a whole side of attack wins to a whole side of defense wins.
Yeah. Oh, look at that bomb positioning. It's like right at the door.
Why?
You can see him typing why. Oh my god. Okay. A little bit more of a streamlined bank here though. Nice to see. But once again, it's looking like it's gonna be absolute chaos and accounting here. I mean, just look at that button position. So much cover. And it's looking
There
like
is
they
cover, but there's long
yeah,
range though, like
that's
here
true,
though.
that's true. Yeah, you can just be kinda chilling there and hold those angles, and it's looking like the attack wasn't quite sure if they wanna maybe push through manager or through entrance, but it's looking like they're gonna be going through entrance and then kinda go with, like, the not per se shortest way to the bomb, but it's like you've got a bit more, like, cover here, and it's a bit more open so you can be holding better angles rather than going through manager where it's like you could have people sitting here, 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 or
Yeah.
anywhere really.
So yeah, it looks
So
like it's two task force. One's gonna go for the bun. One's gonna make sure they can take control hallway for the
mhm.
eventual push into the vault. So this is gonna be interesting to see how they do it. And of course, this isn't the why. The why is interesting. So the question is, how close is the defense gonna play? You see, of course, barbed wire into vault, barbed wire in the hallway before the vault. I see barbed wire into manager as well, but are they gonna all play counting? I guess and tellers, I
Hmm,
assume, or is someone actually gonna
could
play
be.
security and loan to try and deny that a push from the attack?
Hmm. That could be. That's gonna be interesting to see actually how they're gonna play this. Oh lord, 8 seconds on. Okay, yeah, they're gonna hit the button. They're gonna go ahead and probably stow away. Let's see how many they do this time. Oh yeah, they're gonna send in
Two.
Foom and Ty. Their Foom was like, listen, please don't put me in there alone again. He's got PTSD from the last round, and Foom's like, Ty's like, I got you, brother. You and me together, ride or die. And they're gonna
So
go, yeah.
interesting though is like they have like some smaller or lower range weapons on the side of like marbles and dagger that are playing by the button. So of course the entrance
Hmm.
goes out first. Marbles has a Gruber for that long range fight, and they
Yeah.
have they've only one tar though, so there's still AP versus Gruber, not too crazy long range fights. And looks like there's two players going towards the lone for that that extra secondary task force to take control of the hallway. And
Hmm.
of course, they're marking what's going to happen. Of course, here they're making sure that they know they're going to push security, they know they're going to push the loan and take
Oh,
control.
there we go. Marble's able to get a little bit of damage off. He wasn't really going for that kill since he does have their group there in that long range. The grenade does go out, taking out any barbar in its path, but the Molotov will slow down the push. And now, oh, we do see
Oh,
Mason Reptard. Oh, they're so close to Daxi and they don't even know.
Daxi's a big one here.
Daxi,
He's got to
yeah,
be.
he's chilling in that bathroom. Would have been nice to see maybe with a shotgun, seeing how close range that fight was going to be, but he does have that KR, so we'll see what he can do with it. He's just waiting. The moment he hears that barbed wire kind of like sloshing around, he's going to go for
Oh
it.
no,
Oh,
no, no.
hold up, hold
Oh,
up. Marbles and Dia both go down. Daxi will take out Mace, but Reptar with the double. And just like that, the whole task force is just down from the side of the defenders. And now it's down to Ty and
what's the
Foom,
tire
the
of the grenade
dynamic
though?
duo. Yeah. Oh, okay. They were able to flame off the entrance, waiting for the rustling of the barbed wire to throw that grenade. The
There's
problem
so
is
much utility.
once you throw that grenade, you're gonna get rid of your own barbed wire. So maybe we won't even see him throw it until they start defusing, you know? Just kind of have it bounce off the wall and then maybe instead just fall right in
Oh
front
yeah,
of the
yeah,
bomb.
that would make sense. Yeah. Well, there
Yeah.
goes the flash Molotov
Yeah.
again, and they're
Oh, very
wasting
nice
so
ball.
much
They're
time with these
wasting, yeah.
Molotovs.
I was about to say they're wasting so much time doing a great job at that. The side of
Ty
the
has a grenade in
gnome.
hand.
I had that
Oh, he's
grenade.
gonna throw it early.
He
Oh,
throws it.
the
He
grenade.
throws it.
Oh, he's a kill
Oh,
Mo. He
he gets
killed
the kill.
three.
He actually what? He killed
Oh,
two
kill
of them.
two, two. My
He
bad, two.
killed two of them, and the barbed wire stands. The barbed wire didn't get blown up, so just like that, now the side of gnomes needs to push in and instantly get this kill if they want to do anything. 1 for 1, but they're both gonna go down, and boom, the lone survivor, the king of the vault.
We went
Oh
from a
my god.
full attacker side of wins for both sides to full defense wins
Hmm.
for Danger Doodles on this new set of maps. That has been quite a set from Danger Doodles. Can Gnome do the same and put us back in a tie? And that would be again these ties, man. I didn't think we are gonna. I didn't think I was gonna tie like we saw earlier from the earlier match. Like what the?
Yeah, it's gonna be a close one, but very nicely executed. That grenade though, just expertly thrown as the clock was ticking down. The pressure started to rise. The side of Gnomes realizing they need to push onto this site here and now. Then they just hear the grenade and they're like,
Yeah,
oh,
dude.
we're done.
Fum and Tai had like the 3 Molotovs, a grenade in their hands.
Yeah.
They had so much because it was the end of the half. They knew they could use all the utility. But again, so now Danger Doodles only needs one attacking round, just needs one.
Just need
But at the
one
same
more to
point,
close this
it's
out.
been a full defense half for them.
That's true. That's true. So now they are going to be on the offensive. And so we're going to see if they're going to crack under the pressure. Let's see if Gnomes can take some tips from the defending champions and use that in their own defense. So we're seeing, yeah, already marking that green door. It's looking like we're pretty much just going to see a repeat kind of that last push. Probably. I mean, no surprise there, really. You really don't want to go through storage and you really don't want to go through freezer. So it's like, it's really just going to come down to how well can you execute that office and storefront push? How well can you take control of these power positions like tellers? I mean, we saw it, like you said, it's so big that you have so much control of the map, even if you're kind of just stuck in there, and you can rotate around through office. You can go through the teller door. You can rotate around through arcade. So it's not a teller where you're kind of stuck, in one position and you can't move.
Yeah, I think the big thing too is last time the fact that they couldn't rotate through arcade because they opened up that shed door. That's such a big thing for the attack to do to make sure that you can't rotate and to get a shot onto the person defusing as well if
Hmm.
they take that storefront control. But it looks like Reptile is bringing a mop and storefront to make it more difficult to push in. And if they do the same thing like we saw from Gnomes,
Hmm.
Danger Duo does the same thing. Having that mop in storefront to deny the push, because you saw from Gnomes, they didn't send anybody to the office until way later on. They didn't actually do an initial
Hmm.
push there. So if you have someone playing storefront with a sniper, knowing they're not going to push freezer, knowing they're not going to push shed, that's a secure corner to sit with a sniper and just deny the entire push into storefront.
Absolutely. Honestly, I would have even maybe found it nice to see Rep Art just kind of chilling like around the shed area. Just kick that door or just open that door up, kick it down if you have to, and maybe try and get like a cheeky snipe as soon as they round the corner. But it's looking like they're not even planning right around the corner. Did they just open the? They just opened the storefront. Yep, they opened
Oh,
it up.
that was a sniper. Okay, it's
Okay.
Reptart.
Boy,
Reptart.
Rep Art just
Perfect
like that.
shot.
Boom, baby, hits him with that one,
That was
two,
a
sniper shot,
perfect play.
and they just close the shutters again. They're like, "Hello, peekaboo." They
He
drop it back down.
That was crazy. They opened the shutters early. Reptart has a sniper in the corner and just snipes him around the corner because I guess they didn't hear it. Marbles runs in first, though down by Mace though. They're just rushing in, tied down as well.
Offside.
It just solo pushes here from the team.
Things are not looking good. Now it is a 2v5. Expertly done by Gnomes. I mean, they hit him with the big brain outplay of the century.
Whew,
And
that
now,
was.
yeah, that was pretty smart. And so now it's up to Daya and Adaxi. If they want to get this win, they're going to have to work hard for it. But it's looking to me like they might just save this round, honestly. Not a lot they can do. And I think they
Well, they were
realize,
on the clacker, yeah.
yeah. So
But
they
that
might.
was just crazy. I guess they didn't hear the noise of the shutter opening because I guess you wouldn't
Mm,
expect it because you're walking towards office. You're like, all right, we're just gonna first open this up, open the wall up, and they didn't expect to hear the shutters go whoosh, and then
yeah.
runs on the corner. It was funny too because Foom had the wall charge in hand, so he couldn't defend himself anyway. He walks on the corner of the wall charge, and next thing you know, bam.
He's just gone. You killed a defenseless man. How could you? My man was held in a wall charge. What was he going to do? Throw it at you? Like, come on.
And then after that, you saw Marbles and Ty. They just kind of tried to push in through the smoke, and of course, again, smoke is an issue. I feel like they kind of fumbled the smoke too because maybe they were
Yeah.
panicking. They had that smoke really close to the breach, so by the time they get into the room, they're just in smoke, and they shoot them out as they come out of the smoke from the defense.
Mm-hmm.
So
Absolutely.
unfortunately, yeah, that was
Yo,
just
okay,
again.
Mace, calm down, man. Come on, cut it out. Trying to get some. No, come on, Mace. Stop that.
He's running cheeky.
Yeah, Mace trying to make something happen here, but the sides of Danger Duels are in pretty safe positions. Just gonna wait it out. They're gonna take the L this round, but they save themselves the clacker for the next round. So overall, it's not as bad as it could have been. You lost the wall charge. You lost the round, but at least you do get to keep the clacker, and you don't give it into the hands of Gnomes.
Yeah, well, the fact that the defense didn't lose any members though. They lost zero
Yeah, that's true.
economic
No
to
economic
that
impact
round.
right there. Yeah.
Yeah, zero economic impact. Sure, they probably used Molotovs, of course, shots and bullets, but really not much loss on their side. And we go on to another next map now from the side of the defense. And Gnome so far have shown us that they are looking to tie this up, make this a 6-6. Both teams are going to get half a point. But we'll see what happens here. We
Absolutely.
go back to Kill House, and this is where the round where, like, of course, this is the round that we saw Gnomes save on because they had lost the round before. Is Dangerous is doing the same thing because they're in the same situation pretty much.
Absolutely. It's gonna be interesting to see if they just decide to kind of send it and like be like, this is the round. We're gonna end it here, take it home, or are they gonna play safe, and end it in the next round instead? But it's looking like they're gonna go ahead and utilize that clacker that they saved to blow open club. I think they still have both. Do they still
Yeah,
have both?
they
No,
both no charges.
yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
have
both
both
no
door
charges.
charges.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. So they can go ahead and just kind of risk it on this one. And since they saved the clacker, they should. No, they probably lost one clacker actually
No, no,
from
no. He had the,
first
he
round.
grabbed the clacker at the end there.
Oh, you grabbed it. Okay.
Yeah, he grabbed the clacker. Good. Dax hit the clapper when they left the last round, so they kept that clacker.
Yeah, exactly. So they are gonna go ahead and just push most likely through club. Maybe once again like a little duo task force. One goes through the checkpoint, one goes through club, and just kind of pushes through. That way you got that two-pronged attack, and they can kind of meet up in like this hallway area. Have them kind of secure it down. That way you don't have anyone just chilling here and like shooting you as you come through the hallway, and then slowly push into the bomb site.
Yeah, because last time too, back when Ty was playing position, we saw people playing this hallway and just pre-firing in the kitchen, pre-firing down the hallway. So if you can use that club pressure, deny this pressure in backstage, and then full push into the bomb site, that could be big. Again, like
Mhm.
you said, the secondary task force is going to be, there of course to try and push in and push those players back, so they can't play in kitchen or play in hallway later on. It's gonna be interesting to see how it goes, though. Of course, the question is anyone on the defense even gonna play into the club though for that initial stop of
Mm.
the attack?
Of the bird. They're just gonna give club to them and just kind of reel them into these choke points. But it's looking like Riptor might just, yeah, no, they can't. He's unsure what he wants to do here, but it's looking like,
He
yeah,
has a
he's
nice
just gonna
ankle.
chill
He's
there.
got a nice
He's gonna,
half wall there with the
yeah,
mop.
exactly. So he's probably just gonna chill there, and we do see Mace and Scooge as well. Scooge is gonna be helping him at club, and Mace is gonna be chilling at checkpoint. Maybe he can get nothing. There we go.
Oh,
Door charge on club. The flash goes in. Dia first man on the scene. Nothing gonna quite
did he
connect.
get away?
Oh my god, and Index is gonna get that first kill, but Adaxi did rush and gets one kill. Molotov does go down though, so he can't quite push. Mace trying to get some kills here, but he can't quite get anything done there. Gonna do some damage though. Adaxi incredibly low right
Oh
now.
god, Mace.
Oh, Mace is in such a terrible position right now.
Mace is crazy.
Oh, he's gonna go down though. It's a tie. Doing a little bit of damage as much as he could, but he will go down. And just like that, it's gonna be a 3-on-3. Looking to push through backstage here, but that barbarian is just kind of cutting them off. They can't really push. The grenade does go down though. Just like that, it's gone. So now they can start pushing through. Molotov will go down to
Marbles
slow.
is huge here. If Marbles can
Yeah.
make a play on the other side and push out Reptar, who has a sniper, because if you get that sniper later on, that could be huge. Oh, what a wall bang!
Index is the one to
Index.
make the play. He's gonna wall bang. I'm looking at him. We got another one here. Doesn't quite find it though, but Adaxi is down. Now it's up to Ty, Foom, and Marbles. They've got them kind of stuck in this little area here, but that also means that they have to come to them. Dylan is chilling behind the bomb. I have to laugh every time I say Dylan is chilling. And he's chilling behind that bomb, and the Index and Reptart are chilling at the top of office. It's just a standoff at this point. It's really just who's going to make the first move, who's going to get that first pick. And just like that, Reptart gets the first pick, and Dylan gets a double, and just like that, Danger Doodles is taken out.
Once again, Gnomes is showing us. It's showing us this map set seems to be defender sided so far.
Yeah.
Both teams have just taken a defense after defense after defense, and this time though, it looks like Digital did take some lessons though from when they saw Gnomes play that attack. They tried to go for the backstage control, which they got. They had that control, but they didn't get quite the kills they needed to. Reptile still has that mop in hand, and they still can play behind the bomb chassis without the proper utility to push them out behind the bomb chassis to stop Reptile from having that mop inside the site. It just comes down to them trying to push those angles that they're expecting, and it really is difficult though, because especially that bomb site, you have two doorways that can easily be seen by the defense, and they just wait and sit and wait behind the bomb chassis or behind the desk inside the site as you walk in.
Yeah, absolutely. It was very nicely done by the side of Gnomes. And just like that, we are down to the final round, I believe. So it's looking, yeah, exactly. Final round. So now Gnomes is looking to get themselves half a point here and tie this out. We're going to see if the side of Gnomes can also, once again, take some pointers from Danger Doodle's defense and hold out. This is it. If they won't, I mean, even if they lose this, they've got a little bit of cushioning. They got that first round under their belts, so it's really going to come down to then the final battle. But I'm obviously, neither team really wants to take a loss here. So we're going to
I
go
would say
ahead.
it's either 1.5 to 0 or 1 to 1 after this point.
Yeah. So it's like Yeah, so you're sitting pretty if you're Gnomes. It's like, it's okay, we can
Yeah, they don't. They
afford to
shouldn't. I
lose,
don't think it's
but
crazy.
you don't wanna lose.
Because even if because yeah, at this point, if they tie this up, they just need to tie the next game, and they're good to go.
Yeah, exactly. You might as well you could literally just run out and just try and spawn peek them all at this point if you wanted to.
Hey, you say that, but they still got to tie this up though. They don't want to.
That's
They don't
true,
want to
that's
throw
true.
this one
That's
away.
that's very true.
This
They
is the
still
last
gotta tie
round.
this
You don't
thing
want
up.
to.
That's true.
You don't
That's
want to
true.
screw it up at the last second.
I'm trying to make things interesting. Have a
Yeah.
full
Well.
game of them all just run out and try and kill them before the UAV kills them. That'd be
Yeah, we'll see what they
interesting.
do though, because again, they can do the same thing like we saw from Danger Doodle,
Mhm,
sit behind and
mhm.
vault. Just have people waste time by the button, and then have people in the vault have a lot of utility to deny the plant or deny the not plant, to divide the defuse of the bomb later on when there's no time left.
That's
But we'll see
true.
what happens. Though, of course, we see members of multiple members actually from Gnomes playing behind the button. Looks like maybe trying to bunker down in by the button instead of having members inside the vault. Maybe I don't know. It's gonna be changed. Let's see if they push the button or not.
Yeah, I think because they don't have that grenade that Foom had in that round, right? So it's going to be a little bit trickier. They really could only use their Molotovs to kind of hold them off from defusing, but they don't have that like pressure that Foom had, tossing that grenade. Everyone's got to
True, true.
scatter if they don't want to get
Yeah.
blown to bits. So yeah, it's looking like they're going to hunker down and just they don't even have anyone in the
Oh,
vault.
is
So
Mace
they're
going for a cheeky peek, early peek? Oh, dude, he's waiting for him to open
Ooh,
that door by loan office. Actually, look at him. He's sitting by the
okay.
loan. Doors open. Daxi's
Ooh.
running right in. He's
Oh,
getting turned
Daxby
down.
just absolutely shut down, and just like that, the entirety of Team Danger Doodles is in now. So we do see Gnomes are gonna go ahead and fall back.
Oh,
They're gonna hunker
Mace.
down, but Mace is on his own right now. 1v1 Mace
Oh,
versus Ty. Mace trying to get something done, but he can't quite get the kill. Not gonna connect. Mace is gonna go ahead and just fall back. Doesn't want to get caught out in a bad spot. Doesn't want to get collapsed on, and the rest of his team is just gonna keep holding, counting. Doesn't
give me a
want the
crest.
oh. He's gonna go down. Ty gonna take out Mace. He's like, nah, 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 nah. You're not getting no cheeky plays off on me. Gonna take him out, and just like that, it is gonna be a 4-on-4. We do see that Gnomes is just hunkered down. They're armed to the teeth. They are not going to let Danger Doodles enter accounting without a fight. Trying to get some wall bang there with the knack. Nothing quite gonna connect though. They toss most of their Molotovs. They're trying to,
Molotov.
slow
Oh,
him down.
Marble
Okay, Marbles did get in, but unfortunately Daya is gonna go down. Oh, he's in.
Oh,
Foom gets a
Marbles.
kill. No, Marbles is gonna go down to Dylan though. A very nice select, but it won't be enough. And just like that, Foom and Ty are the last two members
Ty's gonna
standing.
make a play.
Ty, he's gonna try and go around.
Over the flank, Dylan though.
Oh,
Oh, he gets
Dylan.
Dylan.
Oh, but Foom does go down. It's up to Ty. He's got to make something happen. Trying to get the kill on Reptart. Not quite gonna get it though. He's gonna go ahead and fall back though. A 1-on-2. Reptart does have the mop. It's gonna be a one-hit kill even to the body
They're
because
backing off
you
though.
see,
They see. They
yeah,
just need to back off.
yeah, they just need to play for time. Ty needs to make something happen right here, right now.
They
If
can
he
even let
doesn't
him
want
push the
to
button and go for
yeah.
the vault instead.
Yeah, he
Actually.
probably won't even have. Yeah, look at that. Index and Reptart just go ahead. They just fall back. Reptart. Oh, he's
Oh,
gonna
nice
go down, and
shot.
just like that, it's gonna be a tie, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god. So
All right,
half
well,
point will go to either team. Go to
we
both
got
teams, I
half a
should say.
point for Danger Doodles and 1.5 points for, or well, they're at 1.5 points for Gnomes, and they're gonna pull it all off on here on the last map or last, I guess, match set, uh,
Mm.
split. I don't know what
Whatever
to
it is
call it.
you want to call it.
What I want
Map
to call it.
reset,
But yeah, no,
quarter,
Gnomes need to
third.
tie it up once again. That's the
Uh-huh.
minimum they have to do is tie it up again.
Yeah. I'm curious if we're gonna go into another overtime if we do see Danger
Wait, so
Doodle winning.
if Danger Doodles wins this next map, what happens?
I don't know, maybe production can let us in on that because I'm curious what would happen if they win.
Unless they base it off like because I think last match they based it off like round differential maybe or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, that could be. That could be. We'll
I
probably
remember.
get an
I
answer to
think
that at some
I
point.
think they ended the last match early depending on like the amount of rounds. I don't know. Don't ask me.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We'll cross that bridge if we even get there in the first place. Because I mean, right
Yeah.
now we've just been seeing absolute mastery from both of these teams, showing why they deserve to be here. Danger Doodles, I mean, they show why they're dangerous, and they're looking to really just, they're looking to they step things up this time around. They were winning rounds. Sure, it was mainly just defender, and it felt very defender sided, but they were definitely showing that they have what it takes to stay in this thing, and they gotta give 110% this next round if they want to take this thing home.
Yeah, I don't know how that works though, because I just wonder do both teams tie and nobody goes to semifinals? Is that what happens?
Uh, it's just they just both get disqualified. You're not
Yeah,
good
they only
enough
get
to win.
disqualified.
You're
That's
out
how
of
the
here.
tournament, you couldn't beat your team, you're done here, get out.
Yeah. If Gnomes get 6, they win as they confirm the tie. Okay.
So if they get nobody, so if they get 6, no matter, so they don't have to get 7 even. They just need 6
I guess
rounds.
they just need 6. Okay. Well, you know what? We'll find out exactly. We'll throw it to a quick break real quick while we wait for the teams to kind of refresh, think over their plans and get ready for the next round. And while we get ready for the next round as well, and then we'll be back for round 3. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the DPL quarterfinals. Things might just come to a close here, a exciting close to say the least. I mean, this has been an absolute action-packed 2 rounds so far. Gnomes taking the first half, then we get a tie, and now it all might just end here. Everything might just come to a close.
It might just hey, the gnomes are looking good though, because they only need what 6 rounds to end
Hmm.
it all. But hey,
Exactly.
if we see if this doesn't go a tie and Danger Doodles can win this handedly in regulation, we can go to overtime. We
It's
can
gonna
keep this going.
yeah, it's gonna be an uphill battle to say the least, though, for
Yeah,
Danger Doodle. They stepped it up this last round, I should say. They've shown us what they can do. So now they just gotta dig deep, man. If they want to, they can win this thing. And I think
they can, but
somewhere
hey,
somewhere deep in there, they know that they can win this thing. But they really just gotta dig deep. They gotta communicate. They gotta execute, and they might just bring this thing home.
they gotta win in regulation though. They gotta
Yeah,
win in regulation.
that's true. That's true. But they gotta win
That's
regulation.
gonna be a
Well,
difficult one because
yeah.
it's either been, hey, we saw Gnomes winning handily the first map, and then the second one was second say map a match. And then the
Mm,
second match, it was a tie. We can't have another tie. You can't be tying it up again, man. You
yeah.
gotta you gotta you gotta you gotta
This time
show
you
us you
gotta
can
win.
just you gotta put him down this round. Either that or you gotta let or Gnomes are gonna take it away.
So just doing little baby steps. You lose the first one, you tie the second one. Now you gotta win the third one. But yeah, it's gonna be close. They like you said, they gotta put them down now. It's now or never, really. It's like you don't get a second
Well,
chance.
but the thing is, it kind of sucks though, because even if they win this in regulation, they're still gonna play another match
Yeah,
after this to then
they're
end
still
it.
not done. They're not done
Still not
yet. So
done.
it's like they got a long night ahead of them, to say
They
the
got a
least.
bit of a trek to make here.
Yeah. So we are waiting for them right now to get into the next match. I gotta say though, I am either way how this goes. I'm impressed with both teams, to say the least. I mean, they've just been performing out of their minds, especially Foom. Man, Foom has just been going absolute. Someone's got to get this man, even if you're not paying him, get this man a raise, please. This guy is going absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it sucks we can't have stats or anything because they don't do stats normally in the
Mm,
game, and we don't have any people who do stats per se. Because in other games, they have people that specifically do stats for them
yeah,
because it has to be that specific times. But we're a community. It's a community run tournament. We can only do so much, so we can't really see like the crazy stats of who's doing craziest matches, who's really popping off. But hey, I from what we've seen, yeah, we've seen Mace, we've seen Foom, we've seen members like that just pop off in these games so far and really do quite a job when it comes to these end of these games. But it's just funny too because last round was really just it was just both sides just winning over and over again on those
yeah.
matches on the splits.
Yeah, I pretty much I just measured these stats by like how loudly are we screaming their names and how many times have we been screaming Foom? How many times have we been screaming Base? Base, he did that. That's how I pretty much just measured. That's how you know how good they're doing right now. So let's
Hey,
see. Let's hit that
we're screaming a lot
refresh.
of names though. I feel like everyone's doing at least most
That's
people
true.
doing their part in some part
That's
in
true.
some
That's
way.
true. Sometimes you just got, you got those members that like even if they're doing like absolutely crazy, right? They're getting all these picks. It's their team that's enabling them at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
No single person can do this on their own. You can't win that 1v5 most of the time. You gotta have your team supporting you, whether it's with utility, doing some damage, or I mean the ultimate sacrifice from a Daxi hitting the button for his team,
Nah,
those
that
kind of
was
plays.
quite the play. That was
Yeah.
quite the 300 IQ play from Gnomes
Yeah.
on that one.
Or hell, even the shutter play that we saw, you've got God, was it who had the mop there?
Oh, Reptar, dude,
Yeah,
Reptar.
why am I even asking? Honestly, come on. If it's a sniper, we know it's gonna be Reptar. Exactly. And you've got
Hey,
his
it's
boy kind of chilling, and Teller hits that
yep.
button for him, gets the pick, closes the shutters again.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that he's like we saw some pretty good like just normal defenses from the side of Danger Duels, but then the fact that Gnomes and Reptar like they thought of that play where they're just gonna have someone sit in the corner of the sniper, knowing that
Mhm.
they're not gonna push that
Yep.
side, and just open the shutter up, kill Foom, who had the wall charge in his hand, like oh god.
It's nothing that he could do, I swear. Yeah, what is taking these guys so long? Come on, don't y'all want to win? What's up? What's up with that?
Don't you want to win? Nah. They
Nah,
won't take a
I'll
break, man.
wait.
They're like, ah, nah, we're done
Yeah,
for the day. We'll
it's over there.
postpone this.
Pick it up tomorrow, man.
Yeah, we'll try another day.
Oh man, come on. Let's see here. I'm just spamming refresh. I'm like, come on, get me in there, man. I want to see something happen.
And see something happen. Well, hey man, I was interested to see though, because the fact that like the first map was the fact that we saw, gnomes just single-handedly blow them away. So it was like
Mm,
7-2.
yeah.
Quick match. But then we see the second map and it's like everyone's winning their splits, everyone winning their sides. And it just I don't know if it was the maps we were getting or the randomization in the maps we were getting, but the fact that we saw just one-sided sets every single time, Kind of crazy. I'm interested to see if we get less of that this map around because like we never saw a team win the other side in those sets at all.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, man. And I'm telling you, Danger Duels was just they had those early game jitters, man. Those where they just had to shake them out, get loose, and then they
Yeah,
got loose. Then they
I
realized
gotta
like,
go
okay,
overdrive
we
now.
got this. Yeah, exactly. Now they really got it. They got to step it up. They were if they were giving 100%, they got to give it 130% now. And then when
Yeah,
they're done with that, they got to give it another 150% when they do the normal regulations. So it's
just to
like
finish it out.
exactly. Don't get tired. Yeah, you got a lot more coming.
A lot to go, man. That's yeah. I'm
Yep.
gonna just see like if we see actual sets have like back and forths and not just oh the defense wins the entire set.
Mm.
All 6 rounds. It's only been defense.
Yeah, exactly. So let's take a look here. Mm,
Let's see, but yeah, refreshing, just waiting for them to get together.
yeah.
Looks like the Danger Duels are together, but they haven't started the match just yet. Oh, there they go, there they go. Spectate, let's get in here.
Okay, let's go, baby.
I'm hitting spectate. My game is just sitting there. I hit
Yeah.
spectate, nothing happened.
Same. My game does not want to spec. Oh,
Spectate,
okay.
come on,
Come on, please. The people want to see what's
let
going
me
on.
in.
Oh, attempting to
Good.
connect the game server.
Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we
It
go.
might just happen, baby. Let's go. Okay.
Hey, joining match in progress. Let's do this. Starting rank match. Wait, what? All
Oh,
right,
how
but yeah,
funny
so
would
yeah.
it be? They just throw us in and like they throw out two of their players, throw us in instead. Now we got to play
I thought
and
that
pass.
happened last time too when I joined and I was like a player and I was like, what am I doing here? Did something happen? Am I supposed to be here? Am I in the wrong match? What's happening? Oh my god! But yeah, we gotta see Danger Doodles really start us. I don't know who started on defense or attack yet, just yet. I think actually I think Danger Doodles are on attack first
I
actually.
think it might have been Danger Duel attacking first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't totally sure. I just saw red and blue and I didn't really see who was who. But yeah, we gotta see. Here we go. Looks like we can actually get in the game now. Finally, God, joining match in progress. All right, show me the match.
Ah. Okay. Yeah, it is going to
Attempting to
be.
connect to game
Oh,
server.
I saw it for a second. I got a little glimpse
Adaxi
of the
says
factory
maps.
map.
What does that mean?
Yeah. I
Oh,
don't
yeah, I
know.
see it. So we're on factory. Mine hasn't load met for some reason.
Yeah, I saw I got caught a glimpse of it and then it like kicked me out again and it's trying to connect once again.
We're playing SAP after, right? What is SAP? Oh, is that for? I don't know what that means even. All right,
I got no clue either.
you lost me. You lost me entirely. But yeah, no, we're on. So yeah, Danger Doodles on our attack first. We have
There we go.
Gnomes on defense to start off, and we're on factory. This one is a not as a crazy long range fight. So you see, walkway is quite a bit of it. It's quite a bit of a shelter towards walkway. When we play the corner, you can have long range fights onto boiler
Mhm. Yeah.
or onto cargo hold. But it looks like it's because, especially too, because there isn't really an entrance into cargo hold walkway except for the doors, or if you go through the
Oh,
red door, or if you go
yeah,
through the
true.
dock. So there's not a lot of rotation per se unless you go through office. So
Mm.
really, I guess the big contentions here for the defense are holding onto walkway, holding onto office. But you see from the side of the attack on Danger Doodle is they're looking to open up that bottom wall of server farm into cargo hold and rush into cargo hold.
Ooh, okay. Yeah,
So whether or not the defense of Gnome be into this.
this is gonna be a spicy play to say the least. I'm curious to see how they're gonna do this. And then we do have marbles. Not marbles. Why am I? Yep, the entire team with Danger Duels is just marbles now. So it's gonna be Danger Duels on attack first time. So a little bit of a repeat of round two. So it's gonna be. I'm curious to see if we're gonna see the same kind of
Oh, it's also
outcome.
a power play too.
Ooh, just speaking about those rotates, though, you see they got the little ping down actually for the wall charge. They're looking to make a rotate of their own, perhaps. Kind of go in through server farm, get control of that, and then wall charge, and then run straight into cargo hold. That should be interesting to see if they manage to pull that off.
Well, yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see. And then, but the thing is, so Mace and Scooge are the kind of big points. It looks like they are actually gonna try and hold on the server farm. There's point of
Oh,
contention. Marbles walks in. He's got one to his right. Doesn't
okay.
even know.
He
He looks
doesn't
right.
realize.
Doesn't look right.
Oh, he's
Scooge is
taken out.
perfect.
He's gonna get taken out, but they're gonna take out Scooge in return. And now Mace, just so much fire coming out, but he's gonna go down too. Foom is gonna take him out, and just like that, it's a 3-on-3. Server farm has been secured, so now Danger Doodles, if they want to continue with their plan, they could do it. Gonna go ahead and just smoke
Oh yeah,
off.
Tiger's going by himself.
Yeah. Oh, yep. Dire gonna maybe even hit power. Actually, yeah, they're gonna
Yep,
go
he's
ahead
going
and
for the
kill the
power.
lights. They do not have NVGs though, so it's gonna
I
be.
thought they did. I thought they picked them up.
No, actually they don't. None of them have
Oh no,
NVGs.
one of them does.
Oh, only
The other two don't.
okay. So they're
Daxi's
just
running
playing.
in.
Yo, Dax is just going for the defuse right now. Dylan
Dylan,
needs to
do
push
it.
in. Dylan, you gotta move. He's gonna get flashed, and he's gonna get taken. Okay, Dire does get taken out by Index. Dylan is still alive. He was able to hide and cover. Adaxi's in that cargo hold. Can't really move.
Index
Trying to get the percentage off. Yeah, Index is behind him. Gonna take out Adaxi. It's gonna be down to Foom. Last man standing. He's not the man with the. Oh, he is gonna take out Index though, but he's not the man with the NVG, so he's fighting in the dark just as much as the others are. And so it's gonna be a 1-on-2. Dylan a Reptart once again. He has the sniper. I think Dylan's looking for the NVG. Oh, never mind. Okay, Foom was able to pick up the NVGs, so he does have them now. So he does have a bit of an advantage over the others here.
Does he know Dylan's there?
I don't think he realizes. Oh,
Reptart is a sniper though.
Reptart is gonna connect. Dylan is gonna take him out though. Foom a bit too low and can't quite win the 1v1.
Yeah, that was a crazy fight, though. They finally got in a server farm, but it was a bloody mess because Mason and Scooge were there just to make it difficult for the attack. And then from there, sure, they turned the lights off, but like you were saying before, they only had a 1 NVG in hand for whatever reason. Maybe it was on the other dead bodies that they didn't have time to go back and pick up. So the rest of the members who were just kind of walking in the cargo hold in the dark, trying to make their way through. It's kind of why, I guess, why Dylan not really, didn't engage at first. He, took the fight first, was pre-firing, just trying to push them off. He throws Molotov well, is able to kill him, and it kind of puts Foom in a situation because, of course, he saw Index. He went from behind. He had that play from behind, took recontrol of server farm, and pushed, a rock in a hard place for the attack at that point to make a play. And he just kind of running around the dark, like, what do I do here? He does finally kill him, but in the end, you have Dylan inside the cargo hold. Reptart was just kind of in the back the entire time, walkway, not doing anything, and he's still waiting for a play with that sniper. So at that point, in the last person, when you're the last one alive situation for, I think it was for a Foom, there's not much you can do there really.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it's overall, like you said, we had Reptart just chilling in that back. He's just taking some pop shots, not, putting himself in a bad position, just doing some damage. Because, I mean, the mop still does 135 damage if you hit him in the body. And so we even saw Dylan was taken down so incredible. Not Dylan, I mean, Daya, my bad, was taken down so low from that, like, 30 health and couldn't win the 1v1 against Dylan and goes down accordingly. And just like that, Gnomes does start out that first round strong, getting themselves that first win. Looking to channel it into maybe even just 6 in a row. Who knows?
Could be. Well, we'll see how we're here. We're looking at this time. We actually have a kill done with the castle. As per this time, the castle has always been a big point of contention for team because you can use those long range sights to deny the defense or deny the attack or the defense, meaning if the attack takes control of it. But the problem is, if you want to take control of castle, you either got to open up that jungle door and push through jungle towards castle and get the button, or you have to go through pit. And we've always talked about how difficult pit can be to take control for the attackers because you have those small angle, the small walkways, and even walk into the lava. You can get pre-fired walking up the pit because they're pretty easy to pre-fire. But so far, it looks like they are trying to go for pit. They're actually going. Looks like there are angles for pit. There's lines from the attack. Because otherwise, you have to go through either pit or you have to go through beach. And beach is a long range of sight though, because you can play the top of jungle there and just have a sniper all the way through base.
Okay, this is gonna be interesting to see there. Yeah, the double beast though is gonna be quite interesting to see how they play that. They send everyone through, but it's looking like they might not. Oh no, maybe they will.
They don't have any damage critters.
Yeah, they don't have any arbors. It's just, oh my god, Marbles is kicking it down. He doesn't even care.
So Marbles has to win this fight.
Yeah, Marbles needs to win these long range engagements here. He's looking to get a pick. Yeah, he's bobbing and weaving. He's making sure that he doesn't get shot. Ooh, does catch a glimpse, but not quite gonna connect. That was a close one to say the least, but Scooch is going to
stack on pit though.
Yeah. Okay.
The 3-man stack on pit. Reptart's got an angle from the green door onto the barbed wire. Oh man, this looks difficult. It actually opens up the red door back outside. He can see through the windows who's peeking as well. He pre-fires it well, gets him off the angle. Great shots from Daxi.
Okay, Marbles. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, Marbles.
Marbles, very nicely done. Very good shot indeed. They could get power, but I think only one of them.
I wouldn't do power. I would not do power.
Yeah, no. Only one of them has NVGs once again, so that might not be the move. They do have a saber though, so if things are a little dire, they could. Yeah, there we go. That's a non-fumble smoke right there, really blocking up the sight lines. And now Daya is incredibly low, but he did take out Scooch Squad. Very nicely done, and just like that, 3 members are standing of Gnomes. Oh my God, Marble. Oh yeah, Mace is. Ooh.
Mace is in a. If he could just stay here and not get spotted,
just chill.
Oh, he lets Daya go by.
Oh,
he just
Marbles.
Marbles.
No, you need to listen, Marbles. You can hear him under you with the AK. Oh my God, Mace is rushing him. He's so low. Whips out the pistol. Boom, baby, hits him with the 1-2. Just like that, he takes out Marbles, but now he's at 12 HP. He needs to just chill.
He's just
Foom. Yeah, Foom is watching. Foom knows he's up there, but there's not much he can do.
Dude, Reptart still has a long range with a sniper though inside a castle. This is pretty much impossible for Foom.
Foom gonna go ahead and flash him out, but I don't know. Oh, I did flash him. Mace is gonna go down. It's just that 20 seconds left on the clock. Gotta move now. Gotta make a move. Yeah, his teammates just showing him the way to the bomb. Gonna maybe trying to stick
Oh
that defuse,
no,
getting
Reptar
it.
just got to
He's
shoot
got
him in the
4
face.
seconds to make an action
Does
if
Reptar
he
have an
needs
angle
to.
though? Actually,
Wait, he's sticking it.
oh
Ah,
yeah,
he's
totally. He
gonna
has the
go
angle. There's
down
there's
though.
no way.
Yeah,
Reptar having castle control. He has the angle
yeah,
from the window onto bomb. That was impossible at that
yeah.
point.
The he was the mop king in his castle, a fitting setting for him, and he takes out Foom, and just like that, it's 2-0 for the side of Gnomes.
Yeah, it's just it was so difficult. That kill dome it just seems so difficult for the attack. The fact that unless you use you have to use door. If you don't use door charge, you have to walk through base or walk through pit. The base worked for them. They really use the smokes, go through base, gain control of part of that jungle top part jungle side, push out those defenders, get those kills. But Mace was hiding below the bridge. That was a big contention. If I get 2 kills hiding below the bridge, was just a great junction for Gnomes at least. Not for of course not for the side of Danger Doodles, but it was great for it was great for Gnomes there. And
Yeah,
on
yeah,
top of the
for
fact
sure.
that they never lost control of Castle because the pit control they needed, Reptard holding that angle onto the barbed wire, it just made that pit push impossible. Just walking
Mhm.
over that barbed wire into the angles of Reptard with the sniper, and the fact that if you don't do it, someone else is going to shoot you as well. Just yeah, that was. I wouldn't want to attack that site if you don't use
Yeah.
hard breaching. That just
No,
sounds
that's
ill.
true. Ooh, okay, so this is looking interesting, right? Because if you look over down here, right, look at this bathroom area. You can breach through there, and it's so easy to take control of tellers, open up those shutters, and then if you just have the saber, just get ready to absolutely go ham with it. Well, they don't have the saber, unfortunately. But I mean, you can still whip out some black tars, and then you still have some decently, some decent sight lines. You can just kind of chill here, maybe have like 2 people there that can start getting some crossfire going. They
Yeah, I
do
was
have
saying
to be
if they
worried
can
about
get the
freezer.
shutters open, that would be huge. Just
That
because
would
if
be
you can hold
huge.
an angle right here, you can
Yeah.
hold the angle this side too as well. And as long as you have control of tellers and bathroom office, that is like the entire map you need right there.
Yeah, that might be the
Of
play
course,
because then
freezer here is kind of a good
yeah,
point though. That's kind of
freezer is a
really
little dangerous, but it's like that's only
yeah.
really one sight line that you really need to watch, and so you can probably just like smoke that off or do
You can
something.
smoke, yeah, exactly. You can smoke it
Yeah.
off as well. So it depends.
Oh,
Yeah, they used one smoke last time, so they still have smokes around to use per se. I think they used
okay.
one.
They're
Did they
going
use
for a
two actually?
double. I think they used one, but they're going
I think
for a
yeah.
double breach here. Actually, they're going to send one team through freezers, it seems, so
It
that they
is
can
last round.
instantly lock that down. That's true. That's true. Oh yeah, true. Oh my God,
Last round, last set.
I
So
can't
then
even
of course
count.
you're gonna
Yeah.
be
So
you're
yeah,
gonna
you're
be
gonna
mad.
go. Oh yeah, that's per. Oh my God, yo, were they big brain and just saved it for this moment? Did they
They
know
could have. They probably didn't know,
who,
but
who
hey.
snitched the layout? So they're gonna go ahead and just instantly get control of freezer, which so that they don't have to worry about that, and then send the other team through bathrooms to get themselves control of Teller. So if this works out, this would be a very interesting play. Yeah, it's looking like
Well, the problem
Marbles.
is Scooch is an auto shot. They
Ooh,
saved this auto shotty for C
yeah.
store.
Okay, Marbles already in though. He's in arcade. No one there to
That
contest him.
arcade looks dangerous to walk through. Though. He's
Yeah.
just slow walking it through. Like, what can I
Hmm.
find? Index has position behind him though. They open up. He's gonna push back
Yeah.
because of course three
Index.
members are gonna walk into freezer.
Yep. Yep. And just like that. Ooh, Mace trying to get some picks here. Not
Oh,
gonna get
quick
anything
fire.
though. My God, Dylan trying to take out
Oh,
top.
can the Dax get the shutter?
Oh my God, it's absolutely insane. Can they get this
Oh
shutter?
no,
Oh,
he's rushing for the kill maybe.
oh,
Oh, and he gets shot in the back.
he
No.
gets shot in the back though. They couldn't even get that. They couldn't get the shutters open. At the very least, you should have done that. And just like that, Squish got
Oh,
auto shotty. Gets Marbles. They are gonna pick up Dylan though. Very nice done by Ty. And now Reptar taking out Ty. Index taking out Foom. It's absolute chaos. And it's up to Daya.
it's not. There's not much you can do at this point, really. He's
Yeah.
got an AP in hand. It all fell apart. Unfortunately, Ty rushing to try and take control office gets shot in the back by Reptard, and then Dax is trying to clean up. When, of course,
Mhm.
you have Reptard at the door. Dylan retakes control of office. It was a trade, but still, that whole push doesn't work out. Marble is trying to push through, gets auto shotted, and the only control they had was freezer, which of course, with that only control, it didn't work out.
Yeah.
It seemed like someone. I feel like bathroom teller should have been the main control. And once they get the shutter open, they can have those long ranges. Which, well, I guess, and there's a lot we can talk about in hindsight, but it's just unfortunate that it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, unfortunately, it did not work out for them, and Gnomes is gonna go 0-3, no, 3-0, I should say. I was looking at the stream before that, and so they are one step closer to getting those 6 wins that they need to win this entire match.
I guess the question is, are we gonna have another defender-sided set?
Yeah, yeah.
And if it
This,
keeps going that way, though, then it depends. I guess it depends on the next set. I don't know what the next set's gonna be like. But if we just go 3-3, it's still looking DG Duos could still take it in regulation. But again, we'll see how we see from what they do attacking wise on the side of Gnomes. Are they gonna go for that same play, open the wall up like we saw from Danger Duels,
mm,
walk into cargo hold?
mm. That'd be interesting to see. Yeah, what strats are they gonna take away? Because that's the great thing about that you have these these sets that rotate. It's like you can take so much information, even if your plan didn't succeed. At least you know that you can kind of counter that if they decide to do it on the next set. So you're taking so much information away from those last 3 rounds, and you just really got to utilize it well. And that oftentimes the team that utilizes that well is the one that's gonna win.
True. Oh, it looks like they're more putting focus on office time. Though. It looks like they're not going to open the
Ooh.
wall up between server farm and cargo hold. But office is a good point though, because if you take control office, you think you can push into dock, and it looks like they are going to put stock into that dock door. They're not going to open the wall, but they open the door instead. And then they're pointing out, make sure they can deny that angles as close to dock, like they see that the exclamation mark. So if they take control office, and then they open up that door, and they can deny the left side the crossfire, so that the people in
Mhm.
dock can push in. That's gonna be big, and then at that point, though, you're gonna have to take those long range fights though on the back of walkway. On the top of those walkway angles are gonna be the contention there, and of course, just hold the flank. Make sure nobody can push from boiler back into server farm.
Absolutely. I'm curious
If
to
that's
see
the plan,
maybe.
at least.
Yeah, yeah, obviously. I'm curious to see maybe we even get a power play first round because I feel like, especially on we had what we had C store and then we also had Dome as well. It's like really the power wasn't too much of an issue there, so I would be interested. Maybe
Yeah,
maybe they swap it up. You never know.
it depends though, because I feel like because last we saw them try to do the power play, and I feel
Mm,
like it's so restrained from the rest of the map is the issue.
yeah, that's true. It's so far out there that you really have
It
to
is
step.
so far out there. Oh,
Yeah.
tie. Oh, tie.
Oh my, Ty
Oh,
trying
he
to get
almost got away with it.
tried to get a little spawn peek right off the back, but
Woo!
instead Dax is gonna get taken out instantly, and that's one man down. And just like
Oh,
that, Ty falls as well. Things are not looking
that
good for the side of
entire
Danger Doodle.
extension is gone already.
Oh, and just
It's
like
been
that,
30
yeah,
seconds.
just wiped out, and just like that, server farm is under their control. And yep, look at that, they're going for power.
Oh, they go power, yeah.
Everyone's got NVGs. They're gonna hit it, and just like that, the lights are off. We're fighting in the dark, ladies and gentlemen. The NVGs, Bravo 6 just went dark.
Oh my god, that's gonna make the long range fights when they push from duck so much more difficult for them.
Yep, and just like that, Doc is also being blown up. Down goes Marbles to Scooch Squad as well. Foom getting some suppressive fire, but not quite gonna get a pick there.
Oh, Dia's stuck.
Oh no.
Dia, can he pull into office? No, he can't.
No, he's gonna go down, and now it's all up to Foom to save this
he
round. Oh, he gets flashed. No, he gets. Wait, he still gets him. Oh, he's gonna go
is
down
gone.
though.
He did get Dylan at least, but he had
Yeah.
one. Scooge just jumps on top of him at that point, and Mace finishes him
Yeah.
off. So really, just the fact that they dealt with Adaxi and Ty within the first 30 seconds was kind of the end of the not really the end of the round, but losing those two members and then power going out. And then the members of the defense at that point have to fight in the darkness, long range against NVGs, a Saber which has built-in NVGs.
Yeah.
In office play, Dia is playing by himself. He gets flashed. He's by himself. He's nobody to support him when he's flashed like that. He gets taken out as well. So it kind of boils in the fact that they were already in a 3v5 within the first 30 seconds.
Yeah. And then they're fighting in the dark on a map where you just have these long angles, like you said before. It's like you can't see anything like 2 feet ahead of you.
Yeah, he got a sniper, but you're looking at the sniper scope like
Huh.
I don't see anybody. Is that movement?
Black
I can't
screen.
tell. Is that somebody? Is that the glint of a helmet? I can't. Is that? Yeah, that is difficult. But that's the kind of thing. Now we see. Now this kind of changes everything though, because we've thought the defense was going to win most of these rounds. Like we saw from Gnomes, and we saw from the map before this. But so far, Gnomes has now changed that. They've won the first attacking round on their side, and now they
Mhm.
only need 2 more rounds to end this entirely.
Oh Lord, things are, Danger Duel's got to step it up, and just like that, it's also looking like it's not going to be one of those defense side only sets here. But we are going to go ahead and move on into Dome. Let's see how Gnomes wants to switch things up here.
They need to take control of Castle. That's really the big thing here.
Mm,
Castle is such a point of contention. We saw from Reptar just playing the mob inside a castle, not only to deny Pit, but also to deny the plant later on anyway when that 1v1. So it would be either A, you push Pit from the door, from
mhm,
the red door, because
yeah,
you saw from the it wasn't so hard for the attack on Gnomes, or not on Gnomes, from Danger Doodles taking control of Beach. You saw there that it would take a Beach quickly, but the fact they had to walk, I guess even if you take the red door, you still have to walk through this angle, which last time they were showing from the green door though.
yeah.
So would it even be a good thing to open that red door up even?
Honestly, I'm kind of liking this line over here that's going from jungle because if you blow this door right, drop a little smoke right here. That way, the people from castle can't shoot you.
So you
You're
can
able to
push
clear
through,
out.
yep.
Yeah, you clear this entire left side. You shouldn't have to worry about base necessarily, and just like that, you have control of like this whole section of
The
jungle.
question though, but the castle's still contention though from this
That's
window
true.
though is the issue.
Mhm.
You could try to rush it from there and go for the button though and then rush castle. But like, again, this has to be quick though. If you're gonna do this, like you said, you have to clear this out quickly. You have to have
Yeah.
people go this way and people go this way, take control of jungle.
Yeah, execution would be absolute key. There's really no room for mistakes if they were to do that. But so far, I'm not seeing
I don't see
too.
any. I only see one
Yeah.
smoke from the attack. I
Yeah.
don't see anything else. But it is. But the smoke is in a place that either could be thrown from here or from here. So I actually don't know what they're doing. Actually, no. If you see the set, nobody's bringing Heartbreach, so I think they're actually gonna save this round. Or
Yeah,
save
they
or
might.
Heartbreach will
Yeah.
save.
So maybe
But
save
the
the
saber
heartbreak.
is being brought. You see a AK on the side of him. So the saber. So like we saw from Danger Duos, the saber is important. If they need to clear a base out, take control of
Yeah.
the top of here, and then take fights on castle.
Keep the saber alive long enough so that it can kind of push up into that jungle area and then contest whoever is
Yep.
sitting in castle. So it's gonna be interesting to see. Okay. Interesting to see that they actually brought out the auto shock. I thought for sure they'd save it for C Store next round, but no. Okay, just like that, they're rushing in. Mace once again, the run and gun man
Boom.
himself. He's so deep in the
Oh.
site, but boom. Foom's hiding. He's a little sleeper. He's
Oh.
back there. Foom's biding his
Oh.
time. He's got trigger
Oh.
discipline, and he's looking to take him out, but he's gonna
No.
go down. No, Mace did go down, but two of his own members were taken out in return. Now it's up to Marbles, Ty, and Adaxi. Ty and Adaxi have a very nice position inside of the castle. At the same time, they can't really move to help
Oh,
out Marbles.
Marbles, yes.
Marble, he's going in though. He's got that auto shotgun. He's gonna take one out, but he will go down in return. Dylan taking him out. And
that's so
Adaxi
slick.
pushing out, but the door's open now. If Adaxi goes down,
Oh,
Adaxi
that's
might both go down. What?
That was perfect. Adaxi going down to indexing that fight, of course. AP against another player. It's a 50-50, but Ty trying to help his teammate out. Reptar had the perfect angle from the top of jungle to deny that window. And they are one round now from just finishing it entirely.
Oh, Lord. Danger Doodles gotta step it up. And just like that, there's no auto shotgun as well for the C-Store, which is just such a close quarter map. That should be interesting to see. We see Index is picking up that KR as well. Probably going to give it into the hands of Mace so he can just run through the building once again. But like you said,
Oof.
just like that, this one round away Gnomes can end it all here.
That was just, and yeah, like you said, the fact that they don't auto shot, we saw how powerful the auto shot was for
Mhm.
the defense on their side of Gnomes, and now they don't have it on Danger Doodle. They are, as you say, in danger.
Exactly. They are no longer the danger. They are in danger now.
Oh, they still have the saber. Reptar been using that saber so well this round too, the set
Mhm.
as well too. But again, like this is going to become those short quarter fights, and but what they do is they still have the wall charge though.
Yeah, exactly. They have double charges, so okay, they're just
They
gonna
can
blow
wall
through
charge
bathroom.
and they can then
Ooh.
wall charge into tellers rather than going through the door. And because remember last time the big thing was the fact they had that long angle from the door,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
they can just
exactly.
push straight in rather than going around like we did last time.
Exactly. And rather than wasting that wall charge on just one of these, one of these little walls here, they can just straight up blow right into Teller, open up that shutter. Maybe they'll even have Reptar just kind of chilling somewhere in this outside area.
I would
And then,
expect so. Yeah,
yeah, he'll
yeah.
just have a field day. He's got this
And like
whole
we said,
section.
like we talked about in Danger Doodles, like they can have those long ranges either to the door, to the
Mhm.
fridge's door as well. Like that is
Exactly.
such a big contention point. And that's just, if you open this door too as well, you can have an angle if someone's playing in this corner too.
Yeah, exactly. So it's gonna be interesting. So it's really gonna come down to this bathroom push, and it's really not looking like the side of Danger Doodles is expecting that. Look, they have most of their barbara kind of amassed over at Arcade, which is understandable because I mean that green door is always gonna be a threat. I mean it's a free door; they don't have to spend anything to get it.
Oh, look at
But
they still have two grenades
oh
too.
my, what?
They have 2 grenades left for this. What? They don't even have to
What?
shoot the guy. If someone's playing fridges, they can just grenade him out.
Yeah,
This
just
is, and
lob
there's no
one in.
auto shotting from the play teller's office either. Oh man, dude,
This
Danger Doodle's gotta play some crazy. And like, look at Danger Doodle's loadout too. I guess the knack is nice, but you have you have a leg roast, an Ingmar, an AK, and a shotgun. A Daxi's probably playing. Is Daxi? I would assume Daxi would play bathroom, but no, he's playing arcade.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, you're gonna have
Well,
Ty.
Ty
Okay,
got the knack.
Ty will be holding down. That makes sense because the
Yeah,
knack is gonna be one of those high pen weapons, so he can
yeah.
penetrate through this wall if he needs to. Dia chilling in storage, trying to watch these long angles. Understandable. Boom, dropping some barbed wire on.
The Foom's got to support him from the door, though. That's going to be the big
Yeah.
thing here. He needs support from the door.
Yeah,
Because if he doesn't support Ty from the door, this is going to be a mess for Ty. Ty is going to
This is it. Breachy charge goes down, and oh my! They
killed him with the
they
door
blow
charge!
Ty to bits. They blew him to bits. They did take out Scooch Squad as well, though he was a little bit too fast. But they get one. Mace gets a second. Adaxi's down two, just like that. It's a 4-on-3, ladies and gentlemen. They're looking to finish things here and now. Dia goes down, but Dylan's taken out by Foom. It's 2-on-3, just like that. Foom, last man standing. It's up to you, buddy. You need to hold this. He's flashed. He's running into the shelf. He's gone. They take him out, and just like that, ladies and gentlemen, Gnomes will be moving on. They're just killing each other
Dude,
now.
that was
Now
crazy. I
it's a
forgot the
one-on-one. Hold on, we're not done yet.
oh,
One-on-one
it's
basic.
not done.
Sorry. Sniper
Sniper
against
versus sniper. Oh my god, he had the pistol
who's
out
the better
actually.
attacker? Oh, he's just waiting. They're just waiting it out now. They're just looking at each other.
Oh,
Oh,
he's
they've come to
surrendering.
a truce.
He's
They've come to
surrendering.
a truce. Oh no. And
But that
Mace.
was just we forgot the fact that they got the mop from the factory round.
Yeah. Oh damn. They
That's what
used
Mace
that
did. So
too.
rather than having Mace, Reptar went in with them with the saber because it's a faster firing weapon as a sniper. He did kill Skidge, of course, but he gets the kill onto Ty, which is the important point. He kills Ty, denies the person office. They open the shutters. Mace has the mop outside and just denies marbles, denies Daya from playing those two angles by storefront. And at that point, the rest of the players have to try and return back to site. Well, the last ones that are left, at least, have to return back to storefront, and you have two snipers watching both angles.
Yeah, and just like that, ladies and gentlemen, Gnomes will be moving on to the semifinals. They fought their way, absolutely decimating Danger Doodles in that first half. They were able to bring back the win from the brink of a loss in the second half, and in this third half, once again, they showed their absolute dominance, going 6-0. Very nicely done.
That was just yeah, I it was crazy because I was thinking it's gonna be closer,
Yeah, I'm not
but
gonna lie.
man,
Yeah, that Danger Doodles, they stepped up. They're like, okay, yeah, that was a little bit of a disrespect. I can't believe we actually just almost let them beat us. Let's show the people what we're all about.
yeah, that was just that was crazy. Then like I thought it was we saw a 7-2 and then we saw a 6-6. I'm like, all right, cool. It's probably
Yeah.
gonna be like a 7-5 or 7-4. No, it's a 6-0. We're done.
It's just a 6-0. Gnome's like, we're done talking. There will be no compromise. We're winning this thing and we're moving on. And win it, they did. Gnomes 6. And oh my God. I mean, it's just overall, just amazingly, even though Danger Doodle did end up taking the L, they held their own quite well, especially in that second round. But unfortunately, they just couldn't carry it over to the third round, which is really
Yeah,
sad to see. So it's gonna be sad to let them go, but hey, for someone to win, someone's gotta lose. And unfortunately, Danger Doodles will be taking the L today.
that's how it be sometimes. How it be. But that was
That's
that was
how
a
it be.
that was a quick one a little bit. I was like, besides that second match, unfortunately, that was a quick one.
Yeah, absolutely. Either way, I mean, just amazingly played by both teams. And I mean, damn.
Hey,
I think that's really about it. That was the last match for today,
that's
I
it. Hey, that
believe.
was like
So
that was our end of our quarterfinals, and
yeah.
I don't know if I'll see you next time, but we'll see you on the semifinals whenever that is.
Yeah, exactly, definitely. Hopefully, I'm hoping next week. If not, I guess we'll have to see. Y'all have to just wait, and we will be returning them with the semifinals. So I think for now, we'll go ahead and sign off. Thank you for watching tonight. I hope you enjoyed it, or I don't know, whatever time zone you're in. If you're in EU, that's probably it's very early morning. It's like 1 a.m. You should probably go to bed. I don't know what you're doing,
It's
but
like I said, morning.
is it? I think it might
I was
be.
like, that's nighttime still. I
Oh,
think
yeah,
it's 1 in the
yeah,
morning.
well, hey, you never know. But either way, either way, I think we'll go ahead and sign off. Benny, thank you once again for joining me here. And I mean,
Hey, it's been a
it's
fun time. Another
hell
great
yeah,
time here at Due Process League. Hope to catch
absolutely.
you next time. We'll see you all next time at the semifinals. Have a good
All
night.
right. Have a good night, guys.